please check in.
Lieutenant Commander Draco reporting in.
Lieutenant Senior Tivian reporting in.
Lieutenant Senior Vives with 2 excess baggage.
Lieutenant Tetra reporting in.
Lieutenant Racer Blurry reporting in.
Lieutenant Deadman checking in.
Lieutenant Rainbow reporting in.
Lieutenant Junior Pierce reporting in.
Lieutenant Junior Quares reporting in.
Cadet Bart awaiting assignment.
Woohoo!
All right, that makes 14 officers reporting for duty.
Excellent. Right. We have a few announcements to make and a couple of details to pass on before we move into the opening simulations. The first one is the awards announcement. Now, Captain Donovan, Commander Tor, Personnel Department head. Excellent. Commander Tor, we're just going to do the service ribbons for the opening of the shift.
Yes.
We'll do the other announcements for on the next shift, so that we're not spending all of the briefing just reading people's names. So if you could do the 5 announcements for the service ribbons, please.
Thank you, sir. I will give the ribbons to the existing officers right now. Lieutenant Commander Draco, you've been here with us for 8 years. Thank you for your service.
Congratulations.
Woo!
Congrats.
Yay!
8
Draco.
years.
Well done.
And Lieutenant Deadman, you've been with us for 3 years. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Hey.
That's all for now, sir. We will wait for the other officers.
Oh, right. Okay, so we rescind the service awards for those who aren't in attendance to get them. Fine, that's fine. Remove the money out of their paychecks, please. Okay.
If I could please report your attention to Swan that's in the docking bay that has no uniform. So many naked people in the docking bay.
Whoever is our personnel officer should be taking care of them.
Yeah, but they actually have a rank, but they can't give the rank.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Next,
Hello.
Hello. So for
Again?
thank you. Seems to have worked.
Yeah, looks like it.
where we are just testing out some of the new functions with the command systems. It's only going to be for the opening simulation, and after a few shifts, what we'll look at is reevaluating whether to continue the testing or wait until more functions come online, or the other option will be in a few shifts to expand the testing to more officers, or to just dissolve that team, open it up so some other officers can take part in the testing. Hopefully it won't have too much of an impact on operations. We're only doing the first 30 minutes during the normal simulation, and it will be on just the new command systems. So there are 5 officers that applied for that team for this initial round. That was Quares, Pierce, Tetra, Tivian, and Draco. They'll be participating in that simulation. Everybody else, I believe Lieutenant Deadman will be doing a Deadman special and killing you all in the usual simulation. And Cadet, it'll be a good chance for you to get an idea of how things run if you've not. Have you been before, Cadet? I'm sure you have.
Not with this institution.
All right. Okay. Okay. Just as a highlight, that's Lieutenant Racer Blurry, not racist. So just making sure that's clear. we spoke about the other one, didn't we, Blurry? He's gone off. He must have run off.
Yep.
Okay.
I just don't know how to respond to that.
It's
So
best
no
that
response is a good approach. I like it. It's very clever.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right. So could the officers participating in the test of the
please,
command
Captain.
system? Oh.
If I may interrupt, I have an intelligence report which needs reading.
Oh.
If I'm not
okay.
mistaken.
You may be mistaken. Is
It
he
was
mistaken,
doesn't
anyone?
bode well.
a special request of Lieutenant Rainbow that we do that before the first simulation.
Yeah, and I do have your signature here saying that you do approve of this. So
I have an intelligence report written by Lieutenant Joy Tetra, only clearance level K.
Hang on a second. So it was requested by Rainbow, written by Tetra, approved by me, and you're reading it. Excellent. Carry on.
That's collaboration
Bureaucracy.
for you.
That's bureaucracy.
Yep,
Teamwork.
that's
Collaboration or
collaboration.
passion?
There's no I in team.
There is me, though.
In any case, intelligence report started 8124 dash minus 4743. Our science teams have been putting together the Natani sensors on the abandoned science station to good use. By correlating our onboard star charts with the sensor data, they have pinpointed our current time to be started 8124 dash minus 4743. Were 6,983 years in the past. We have been unsuccessful in establishing any sort of contact with any stations from our time. We have also found traces of the other lost ships. Not found traces of the other lost ships so far. It is currently unclear whether they emerged in this time like us, or whether they're perhaps scattered across the millennia. That's quite an unsettling thought. The data from the sensor buoys we sent into black holes have been instrumental to figuring out what's going on. As best as we can tell, this time travel is not a natural phenomenon, but has been engineered somehow. Our best guess is that it's the Caltrons doing. They seem to be controlling much of the space we've traversed so far. The Natani distress signal indicates that this Caltron emergence is recent. The signal mentions a Caltron invasion. We have to assume the Natani hold more assets within this system. The scientists are working tirelessly. I'm getting the impression they are more excited than concerned about our current situation. They've doubled down on the questions of why the planets aren't here. By all rights, they ought to have existed 7,000 years in the past. The current working theory is that the black holes have pulled in, or rather will pull in, the planets at some point in the intervening time. There are quite a few more black holes here than we used to, after all. The more concerning alternative theory is that the Caltrons themselves will bring the planets in. I'm not sure what they'd need them for, though. Hopefully not to build another Iron Moon. Our strategic situation is tenuous. We lack intelligence on the rest of the system. We're holding off on scanning the presumably inhabited parts of Euphini. We need to regroup before we alert the Antani of our presence. We are still repairing damage to our capital ships. The support division on Grant have been working tirelessly to supply us with spare parts and ordnance. They have manufacturing capabilities on board the Grant, but the raw material we have is not going to last forever. The Natani Science Base has a reactor that can supply us for a while, but even then we can only hold out for about a week, less if we need to fight. We should eventually make contact with the Natani population in this system. For now, though, our focus should be on resupplying as much as possible. Our engineers are working out the intricacies of the Natani reactor on the station to keep it running as long as possible. And that's the intelligence report.
Very intelligent. Excellent.
Thank you, Fleet Captain.
Okay. Are there any questions, queries, concerns, things that people want to raise?
What are the chances of meeting ourselves in this timeline?
Have you been alive roughly 7,000 years ago?
Don't
One in
ask
three.
questions where you might not like the answer.
Will we encounter those things they referred to as dinosaurs?
7,000 years in the past.
No.
Are you a new Earth creationist?
If anyone wants to become their own ancestor, we can do that too.
if we destroy all the Corellians here before they explore explore space travel, etc. So that means they will not be exist in the future.
The scientists are working on that.
Okay, so or else it creates a different timeline branch
Yeah,
of
Yeah,
time.
like
ju-
either it wipes out the hegemony or it wipes out the entire universe. That's the question the
Yeah,
scientists are working on.
I also want to respond to Commander Tor's very disturbing comment. We are not the Unibrow High. We do not commit genocide in the TSN.
Okay, noted.
Does the TSN
Unless-
exist in this timeline?
Unless it was mentioned last week that it does not.
Well, you did say you were exploring.
I
other
like this
professional
ethical talk.
opportunities, weren't you?
Maybe
So-
we could open a bar, Captain. What do you say?
yeah,
about-
that sounds like a good idea. If you
Yeah,
could,
about this kind of ethical talks about
Could
time
you-
travel.
Yes.
could you set one up open on the relevant?
On what ship is the
Okay.
bar on?
Okay.
All right. So, let's see. We are going to be moving to simulations. If you are part of the test team that I read out earlier, we're going to move to Simulation Suite 1. All of our officers, you will be assigned to ships by the duty officer. That's Deadman and Pierce. So they will assign you to ships.
Pierce is coming with us to the simulation suite.
In that
After
case, Deadman.
assigning officers.
Yep. All right, let's get going.
Yeah. So which ships are we going to deploy in the Artemis
User
2.8
disconnected from your
simulation?
channel.
Alrighty.
All right, you excited? You geared up? You ready
I'm
to go?
I'm excited to leak your IP address to the whole internet again.
Crash. Okay. Let's see. That should be a rudimentary map. Hello.
Hello.
Mhm. Need access.
Need access.
Oh. Restricted. Anyone with link. Try now.
Can you send the link again? Thank you.
I can see it.
Okay. So it's a
There we
very
go.
rudimentary map. The command systems are being worked on. Sorry, the telecartography systems, I'm sure, will be worked on in the future by Lieutenant Tetra. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I will send you the relevant file over at some point. Okay. So we have Jomara, Yamara, and Solent Station marked on the map. In the top right corner, there's a tiny little yellow dot. It's that's Tulitabe Station above the right-hand nebula. In the green dot with a circle around it is the jump point. The circle represents the drift area of that jump point. We won't be using the jump point in this simulation. You'll start in position at Jomara Station. There have been various raids reported throughout the system, with mining ships going into the nebula between Yamari and Solent. They've been attacked repeatedly by different raiders. We suspect they're either Scaran or Krelian in origin, and they're just trying to disrupt the mining operations in this system. We want you to move from Jomara towards Yamari Station. Yamari Station will be able to provide facilities to restock and resupply. However, they are unable to handle any replacement crew members or swapping out of casualties on Yamari Station. Solent Station, however, are able to handle crew casualties and assigning new crews. You'll have to, if you want to dock at Yamari or Jomara Station or Solent, you'll have to hail them first and get relevant command codes from them, which the comms officer will be in charge of. Once you've reached Yamari Station, dock up. They'll give you some coordinates or a general area to move to patrol through, and then from there you'll patrol into the nebula and the asteroid field and find and eliminate any targets. Any questions?
Is the
Can
server
you send
running?
over the IP?
Connection information. This is the IP address, and
Awesome,
the
thank
server
you.
is now running.
Wonderful.
Streamer mode.
I will try streamer mode on stream. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too.
It's a different command codes than I had before.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoever is the captain can log in and gain a command console, which will allow you to place nav points. It was tested and working.
Oh.
And it was pretty cool, wasn't it, Tetra, being able to place nav points?
Yeah. I mean,
You cannot remove nav points, so
Not
please
yet.
don't just scat them everywhere.
or do, and then the Helms officer's challenge will be to identify the right one.
So I'm clicking connect to server and nothing's happening.
Have you got just a blank screen?
With
Green,
options in the top left.
Yes.
not for me. I'm still looking at network address connect to server button.
Have
Check
you
for
entered?
typos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 87.114.104.60.
That was on stream now.
Nice one, streamers.
All right.
How many viewers you got, Tetra?
I actually need to check. Jeez.
I have 2.
Well, there's 2 for you at least.
Enter both yourself.
I don't know.
Have
All
you
right.
changed
Oh,
the
yeah.
release?
091.
I have 010. That's why.
I also have 2
010.
viewers.
That's what it says. Maybe. Oh, I probably loaded the wrong file.
Yeah, that's a very old version.
That can't be right.
Okay, whoever's the captain, I will give you the authorization code to go to command and log in.
What ship
Zero-
are we going to be on?
What ship do you want to be on?
086 is the last one I've got. Do you think that would work?
No.
Okay,
You
then.
need-
I need a new one.
Right. Does anybody have the zip file handy? Very quick.
I fear I don't.
No.
Okay.
fair.
Copy link to
I have.
clipboard.
I don't have the
Paste.
zip file ready, but
There you
I
go.
can easily make it.
I think that one should be the correct version.
Got it.
Oh, no. No, not that one.
And besides, I need access.
Yeah. That's one that I sent to Tom. The actual sandbox.
Who'll be captain?
Clipboard.
Would you like to be?
That one.
Can be.
Cosmos 091.
But
There we go.
I've also tried it already, so if anybody else wants to try the captain console, I don't want to stand in your way.
Oh no, you tried the fleet captain console,
Oh yeah, that's true.
which is slightly different to the captain's
That's
console.
true, that's true. So, I am happy to be captain if nobody else wants to.
Not it. It's
You
all
take
yours.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we're going to be on the Paladin.
Yes, I have just reduced the number of ships that you have accessible.
I guess I'm going to need my captain authorization code. The one I tried didn't work.
Yes,
You changed them?
I removed it. Yeah.
So, who's going to take what station?
I would
Um,
like engineering if I can get it.
I won't contest that.
Lieutenant Commander Draco, I pronounce you EXO.
Okay, but I'm not logged in yet, so might want to name somebody else in the meantime.
Fair enough.
Draco, once you're online, please take engineering. Tivian, please take side comms. Chorus, weapons, I'll
Aye.
take helm.
All right.
Happy?
Yeah, thank you.
And I don't see the new streamer.
You need an authorization code for that. So you go into command access and you put in the code that Xavier's just posted in the group chat.
The
And
highly encrypted safe code.
I mean,
Please do not share the letters
streamer
with
mode
anyone.
is very
Confirmed.
sensitive data, of course.
STM. No, crap.
Right. Quaris, I think it was your dedicated task to remember the briefing, right?
I'm
I'm
If it
kidding.
was, I forgot.
This will eventually be part of the command console, the captain console,
I can't
where the
wait.
briefing is there to be referred back to.
We go to Yamara Station. We get coordinates of places to go, blow things up.
All right. Jamara Station first, and then blow things up. Sounds good.
No, you start at Jilmara Station,
yes,
you
sir.
move to Yamari Station,
MRE, right?
They,
and then
they're very similar in name, aren't they?
They are.
you're all in the same system. That's why. They were sisters.
Ah.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Jilmara to Yamari. Okay, we can do that.
Just checking that my joystick is correctly set up. Great.
Okay, Captain, when you tell me that you are ready to go, I will launch. You may have the launch button yourself, actually.
I actually don't think I do.
Ah, that's just a fake Captain feature.
All right, all stations report when ready.
Still
Helm standing
extracting.
ready.
Weapons ready.
Still extracting.
Right, engineering is pending. What about science?
Also still loading.
90% complete.
What about you, Tivian?
I'm also still loading, sorry.
All good.
Server group revoked.
Because
Server
apparently
group
I
assigned.
mislaid my previous 091
It happens.
version, and the Steam one doesn't work.
Yeah.
No, Steam isn't up to Steam isn't this version.
Yeah.
Steam's a couple of previous versions.
This is a pre-release.
Yeah, I
Pre-release,
know.
pre-release.
We are going to test the mechanism that allows officers to join a ship after the simulation has launched. So I suggest we launch the simulation.
All right. I just was able to open it, but I only see TSN Verdant.
Yeah, I renamed the ship.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
Okay, so
Weapons is in.
Stand by. Server just closed itself.
I was going to say I can't select anything.
I
not
wonder
too.
if it's because I don't know.
I can reconnect, but the ships are different.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're on again.
Report when ready.
Helm ready.
Weapons ready.
Engineering ready.
Science not ready, but if you
Okay.
want to, go ahead and start.
Good. We will launch. All right. Oh, now we can see stuff.
Ah, you've launched as a paladin.
Yeah, I have not renamed it again.
So I'm confused. I think I have overlapping buttons on the weapons console. Like they're all on the bottom left. I have my 2 energy, 2
Turning on.
torp, controls, and targeting.
I've observed some issues with where the navigation markers spawn. The first two I tried to put, they spawn not where I clicked.
Okay, so my main engineering has a message server is offline. It said it's done enough adulting for today.
Try disconnect and reconnect on main engineering.
Okay.
And then, what was the problem with the weapons? Say that again with the weapons. Oh, you had the 2 energy to top in the bottom left.
Yeah, and along with the other buttons, screenshots in the Discord. Controls is not selectable.
There we go.
On your numpad, press and hold the minus key, and you'll be able to move the weapon to top conversion. It should be sat above the auto manual configuration button.
Do double check that your minus key is not mapped to broadcasting to all ships on the TeamSpeak.
Okay. Well, I don't see myself whispering, so it's fine.
Okay, that's good. Right. We're currently docked at Gilmara. Helm, as soon as we are ready, please bring us out in the direction of navigation marker Cap 3, which should be pointing to the Yamari station.
I am not able to see a Cap 3. I see Cap 1 and Cap 2.
It is heading 270.
270, aye. If... Oh, of course. We can't fly away anymore. I actually need to use the undock button.
It's a feature.
Is the weapons console configuration sorted now? Is that all right?
Yes, it's okay. Like, it's usable.
Okay, note. I can see Cap 3 when I'm in the maneuver part of the Helms console. However, when I switch to the pilot version, I can't see the waypointers unless they're within the range of our beams.
Yeah, it's really strange. I have to pan the map in order to see it on my streamer view.
So maybe it would be possible to make them also visible on the gradient on the pilot screen. At least that would be nice.
I take it presets have not been programmed in. Bummer.
All right.
Bummer
We're
indeed.
at Cap 3. I see that it's quite far down, actually. So...
Yeah, so I had to place Cap 3 a little bit out from the station, and I had no influence over its altitude, z-axis. Please proceed to 70, bring us to Yamari station, dock us up there. How is the fuel consumption at Warp these days? I think that was tuned a little.
Ah, there it is. There's the
Energy
station.
is still at 98%.
Yeah, I used Warp 3 with the energy gain thing.
What is the energy gain thing?
It's a cheat.
FCS was upgraded, so we can now run FCS at speeds of Warp 3. However, the parameters are quite tight. It only works at Warp 3, not at Warp 4, and also not at boosted Warp 3.
Okay.
I have to place a dead zone on my roll.
Let's send that.
We have suspicious activity in grade Tango 1-5.
Tango 1-5, huh?
Stand by. I'm going to see if I can drop you a navigation point. All right.
I
Cap
cannot
active.
scan.
Setting course.
I cannot scan Yamari Station, by the way. Not sure if this is as intended, since it's a friendly station.
I don't think there's anything to scan on your Mara station.
Okay then.
Working
It just says scanning 0% though.
Yep. So that will be something that will be a future feature of these command systems.
Also, might be a bug, but I don't see our engine trail on the pilot screen.
I think that's
So
a
I have
Cosmos
no idea
bug.
if we're moving or not.
We are moving. I think that's a bug in our Cosmos itself at the moment.
Yeah, and I've got
Right.
warp boosted.
We're arriving in Square Tango 15. Let's see what we've got here. I see nebulas. Those were not there before. I did not see them before.
Mm.
Let's see if they spin up my GPU to 100%.
All right, boosting sensors.
We seem to have an unidentified moving object in the sector. Science, please provide a scan.
On it. It's a Krallian cruiser. And friends.
And friends. All right.
Boosting sensors even further.
What's the heading?
Do a Delta 1 pass on these hegemony actors. Science, if you can get, I don't know what the scan type is called, system scans on all of them as time permits.
Ongoing.
We have their attention.
We have their scans.
All right, wonderful. The system scan
Turning
will
about.
allow weapons to target specific systems.
Okay, even on the pilot screen, I'm getting a lot of stutter when turning. Which is a Tom problem, I know, but
Yeah, no, it's
just letting you know.
Yeah.
Yep. That's fine.
Let's
You got
engage Delta 3, target their weapon systems.
Use
See,
peak beams.
targeting beams.
Set frequency echo.
Oh shoot, I had the wrong target. Where do I set the frequency? I don't see that.
I don't actually know that by heart.
Their front shields are down.
Frequency widget has not been added yet.
They are evasive.
Shall I change target?
Affirmative. Change target. We'll mop up the ones that are running away later.
Server is now offline.
Their systems are down. Keep going.
My console,
They're
my
also evasive.
engineering
And they're
console
gone.
crashed.
They seem to have exploded? Question mark? Not sure.
Yes.
Pursue the remaining targets. They seem to be evasive.
You got the systems.
When you say systems, what do you mean?
Front shield 0, weapon 0, sensor 0, rear shield 0, engine 0, shield 0.
Their systems are down.
Yes.
They appear to
They're
be.
damaged.
They have exploded. I've seen them explode out the window. And pursue the remaining target. I actually cannot read the target designation under the.
Tango 70.
All right.
Tango 70, yeah. Now in range. Fire
So-
away.
Where are my
Oh.
dam cons?
I
Server
have a
just
crash, I think.
closed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, the server just closed itself.
Not stable, huh? If it just closes itself, though, it must be an internal bug, not an issue in the script. I mean, maybe the script is doing something that's causing it, but
Overall, things seem to be working in terms of engagements, though, in the way that you guys were interacting as a crew.
Mhm.
Nice.
One thing I noticed in the comm screen, there's it says signal scrambled. And
Yes.
if I click on the message, I have an option of capture data. And if I click that, then Yamara Station will tell me access denied. That doesn't seem correct.
Right. Okay.
indeed. Okay. Put this in
That.
the test.
Yeah, that's something that is started but isn't finished. So.
Okay then.
Tom is standing by.
Satcom standing by.
Engineering is standing by.
Weapons is standing by.
Captain's gonna need a moment.
By the way, engineering, your time cons are in the, I think it's the crew quarters tab, it's called.
Yeah, I looked there. I didn't see anything.
Oh?
Did we get no Demcons?
They will be in their quarters. Check the whatever it's called at the bottom, the
Yeah.
second tab.
Right, I checked there.
You did see the 4 rooms then,
Mm-hmm.
but just
And they were all
okay.
empty.
Just no crew. Okay,
that's
that's
interesting.
something else.
Honestly, that's a feature we should put in, that we can actually configure how many of those Demcons we get at the start of a mission. So that would be a fun thing for a mission.
In general, yes. It being 0 is not cool.
Right, you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
What again?
Helm is back in.
Ah, okay, so I see in crew quarters.
So they're there now?
Activating team.
Feature request, a ready check. Like for the World of Warcraft thing, where every player gets a pop-up and has to click OK, and the captain gets feedback whether everyone has clicked OK.
Somebody's got it
Yeah, I
configured to
think.
3D, haven't they?
All right.
Their helm is configured to 3D because my main screen on the server keeps flicking.
That's
Like-
correct. I got it on full 3D.
Yeah, it keeps flickering, which is really irritating server side. I don't know why it's
You
doing.
want me to switch it off?
No,
Look
no,
at the
no.
try hard. Being all 3D.
I'll put it on capital 3D.
My captain
what that
console has
does.
just crashed. Please proceed to Yamari station as soon as you're ready. I'm going
Giomara? We're
to
already there.
Yamari.
Oh, Giomari. Can somebody... Oh, there we go. Captain 1.
So, Tula Tape Station has reported that it has enemy signatures approaching. Move there and eliminate those enemy signatures.
Okay, by my last order, we'll move to Tulatabi station. Instead, I do no longer have the captain console because it crashed. So
Teletubby station?
Communications. Can you put a pointer down?
Oh yeah, actually, the science console can do that too, can't they?
Or science or communications, one of the two. Thank you. Oh, it's gone now.
Direction is
266.
270. Best speed.
270i. Which is still basically going to Cat 1, but...
Yeah, peak warp. Yes, Teletubby station.
Teletubby station, indeed. Right, science, have you got a lock on the incoming boogies?
Already scanning.
Nice. Kralians
There's
again?
at least a Kralian battleship, yes.
Okay. The order will be Delta 1 and the aim will be to drag them away from the station.
Are we getting anywhere close?
It's
Range is
another
40,000.
we're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there.
Whoa, living on a prayer.
Thank you.
Hopefully that won't get copyright striked or something.
Probably not.
Feature
Should be
request.
alright.
Lock science screen to not move with the ship if I don't want it to.
I was just thinking about that too.
Normalizing warp.
Like the relative view is hard to use when the ship is rotating quickly. For things that are far away anyway.
I have an absolute view, but it's still laterally moving.
Uh,
I think I see
these are
them.
different
Crash.
things.
I think it's crashed. At least for me it is.
Nope.
It's
No,
still
still
No,
moving.
it's still
Yep.
running smoothly.
Okay,
Still here in combat.
then it's just me.
Got peak beams.
Alright. Delta 1 pass on these Kralians. They seem to be rejoining with the other forces in the system.
Very hard for me to target. Cannot confirm I got them all.
We got ahead of them.
I
Our-
think
Oh,
our ship just
That's a crash, I
blew up-
think.
That's a
has
crash.
blown up.
that looks
It was-
like a crash.
But both times it was right as there was a something blew up.
What was that?
That was when it froze the last time.
Yeah, I think this time we blew up.
We shouldn't.
No.
Our shields were still good. They were on.
We had some minor damage.
Right, servers back up. So it was when an enemy blew up. We managed to destroy 3 enemies, didn't we?
This time we didn't destroy any enemies.
No.
It was just Delta 1 pass.
Hmm.
Right, all 3 of my consoles just crashed.
Oh yeah, if it helps, I wasn't firing on any enemies there. At least I think I wasn't.
I saw
Like at the
them
very end.
firing on us for what it's worth.
I think this is going to be taking an analysis of the streamer footage.
It is at
You
your
have 2
disposal.
streams to watch.
And do not currently see an option for any ships.
Yeah, please enable the
neither.
ships. There we go.
Paladin.
Helm standing by.
I'm assuming we're on the
Engineering
Paladin.
standing by.
Psychom
Weapons
standing
ready.
by.
I didn't hear weapons. Sorry.
Weapons is ready.
Okay, let's go.
Launch.
Xavier, can you teleport us yet, or is that not yet in?
No, that's not. Have you guys clicked ready on your things?
I have.
Yep.
No, but he can put enemies not that far away from us, I
I
imagine.
suggest that.
Yeah, I would suggest putting them close to the station we're at.
Script boot went unresponsive. It
just
I went to-
deselected everything. Helm
yeah,
ready.
I went to systems options, and it stopped running the Cosmos script. Okay, launched.
Server offline.
Right,
Okay.
Can't open the pod bay doors, Dave.
There you go. What time's it? 20:43. We'll do one more run on it, and then I think it'll be coming towards the end of the 30 minutes.
Yeah. Helm ready.
Weapons ready.
Engineering ready.
Psychom ready.
Let's go.
That worked.
Okay.
All right. Where
Right.
are buggies at?
I'm going to keep you around Jilmara Station. There were reports of contacts coming from the direction of
Stop
Tango
clicking.
2-1.
Tango 2-1. There's
Click.
Captain 1 is the nav marker for you.
Going.
Click.
When I switched to comms and clicked on Hail on Trilmara, nothing happened until I selected it again.
I think that's a Cosmos bug.
Yeah, I think there's a widget bug there somewhere because we came across that one, didn't we? If you if the science officer selects a station, you get a comms button for it.
You were gonna keep us close to the station, weren't you?
You're not a million miles away. You're 1 grid square away.
23k.
Precisely.
Boosting warp.
No enemies visible yet.
The server's not flickering anymore. I'm assuming that you've gone into capital ship mode.
Yeah, I put it in capital 3D.
There they are. What is capital 3D anyway? I haven't tried that yet.
It's Artemis 2.
Basically.
So
Capital.
it keeps you level.
Beams.
Delta 1, pass on all enemies, please.
If I can see all enemies, that would be doable. I think that's all of them.
Can't tell if shot
I
fired
think
in
I
the
saw
last one.
shots on all of them.
Maneuver.
Zulu 4-2 seems to be aggressive. The others are turning. Yeah, we have all of their attention. Order is Delta 3. Target their weapon systems as soon as system scans are available.
You still have
They are.
beams. I'm gonna try and
All right, in beam
adjust.
range. When you say weapon systems, I have choice for beams or torpedoes.
Beams then. I don't think these have torpedoes.
Juliet 3-4 is fleeing.
It does.
All right. First,
Max
deal with
6-1.
the aggressors, then pursue after everyone is fleeing.
Max 6-1 is heading off.
Yeah. Only Zulu is aggressive at this point.
Yeah.
Front shields 50%. Front shields 0. Theirs. And systems going down.
They're
We've
fleeing.
taken some minor damage.
They're turning tail.
Helm, I
Pursue.
believe if you turn slightly left and right, then we can get them in their side beam arcs too.
You mean like this?
No,
Oh
precisely
no,
the
they're
other
currently
way.
in the middle.
That little segment there is where our side beams are not. We have
Yeah,
broadside beams.
so right there, now I can fire on them a little bit more.
Okay.
At least I think that's how
There's
the beams
another
are arranged.
boogie incoming sense. What are we dealing with? Keep pursuing these.
Skaran and
Delta
Forza.
2. Oof.
We have taken damage in sensors.
How are our shields?
Shields are at front shield 65, rear shields full.
All right. Focus on the new combatant, please. Delta 3.
I'd rather they be incompetent.
It's now within our side beams.
By the way, you have
Yeah, that's
200% on both beams and torps if you wanted to use torps.
Yeah, I am. Order was Delta 3, so.
Their front
Oh.
shields are down.
They're running.
Our front shield's 42%.
They do
They're
have
turning and losing systems.
Yeah, they have rear beam arcs, so they're going to keep shooting at us as they're fleeing. Is it possible for us to keep them in our beam range without being in
Not
theirs?
with their beams.
Okay, keep pursuing then. Delta 3, try to get them
Also,
quickly.
that might be a Cosmos bug, but the other one was also still shooting at us while its rear beam. It doesn't have rear beam arcs, so honestly, those beam arcs do not matter at this point.
Right,
Their weapons are at
noted.
0 now.
Come on, die.
I'm not sure who has that control, but can you put the chase cam on main? I believe you just click on front view a second time and then it puts it into chase mode.
Like that?
Did
it do anything?
Oh no, the main screen camera control has a chase mode. Which you activate by clicking front view a second time, I think. Xavier, correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct. So it should cycle between normal view, data view, front view.
Yeah. So if somebody could activate that, I'm
Yeah,
actually.
I clicked it 2 times, but if it didn't do anything, then
I didn't see it do anything. Can you try again? If you have
Both.
an opportune moment to do so. No, it doesn't appear to be working on my 3D view.
Oh, I can see rear. I can
rear,
see front.
left and right do work.
Or maybe
But
I'm
the other ones
misremembering
do
how to
not.
activate it.
Come on.
Right, I'm going to try this. Jamara Station is reporting that it has enemies closing on its position, looking aggressive. They're closing
Jilmara is
fast.
saying. All right,
Yes.
break off of this engagement. Head to Jilmara. Immediately heading is 220.
220. I. Best speed. Warp 4.
How are we doing on energy and ordnance?
Energy is at 758. Ordnance, we are low on torpedoes. Have not used much in anything else.
Comms ensure that the data access code is configured for Jilmara station so that we can dock if we need to.
Checking.
Enemy AI is based on proximity.
How close are we getting?
17k, 16.
Because this is the fastest I can go.
Boosting engines.
Do keep an eye on our
This-
energy.
This is very awkward to scan.
Oh boy.
Okay, we're
All
there.
right, get us in between the boogies and the station. Let's try.
Sierra 08 is a dreadnought, by the way, so be
Okay.
careful.
Do we want to
Getting-
use
See
heavies
if
for
they want
this?
to pursue
Get out.
us. It's like gathering drones. We just want to keep closer to them than the station is to them.
They just stripped our front and rear shields. We've taken damage to all systems.
Ah, they're on the station again.
Shall I load EMP nuke? Or...
Yes, Omega 3.
I can't get
That's
out
two
at the
fleets.
moment.
They've split themselves into two fleets.
Focus on the one that's closer to us at the moment.
Firing
Was that
EMP,
intentional or?
Firing nuke.
They decide to split themselves.
It's AI
Ah.
behavior.
Yeah.
So it is intentional. That was I was asking. Nice.
Loading a second Omega 3. Presume for the other group.
It looks like several of them are fleeing and the others are joining the ones who are attacking Jilmara station. How are we on shields?
Our shields are regenerating 7% front, 12% rear.
Delta 1 pass on the aggressors on Jilmara station, which we just lost. Okay, Delta 1 pass is no longer necessary.
My warp is very slow. I'm at warp 3 currently.
Focus on
That's
repairs. Try to as best you can to keep us out of enemy arcs, or out of enemy ranges, I should say, because arcs don't matter.
Have
We
you
have quite
taken
a bit of
damage to the
hallway.
warp?
Yes, and quite a bit of hallway damage too. Looks like about a third of the ship is damaged. No, I'm sorry, 2/3 of the ship.
Yeah,
Omega
we're gonna
1, I know
go
this
down at
dreadnought
this
has a
point.
huge range and the arc goes 360 at the moment, but like
We
Yeah.
don't have torpedoes for Omega 1. Loading
We are
Omega
probably
3.
going to die very shortly if we don't get out of that.
Listen, if you
boost
can't
warp
give me more warp,
That's
as
an
far
EMP
as
nuke
able.
out.
You've got 300% warp.
Yeah, I figured. We are almost out of their arc. We're alive.
We are. Yay.
Okay,
Yay.
focus on repairs.
I mean, if you want to, Yamari Station has docking ports.
I
You
think
mean-
it's gonna
you mean
take
the
us too
station
long.
that just blew up?
No, the other one
No,
that's
the
far
other
away.
one.
At this warp factor, we're not gonna make that.
Keep us at warp 3, run Omega 1, and try to stay out of enemy range.
We don't have any homing yet left.
Yeah, if we go at warp 3, you should be
manufacturing.
able to manufacture
Oh yeah, of course.
relatively quickly.
We're staying at warp 3.
It looks like some of the Krillings have jumped out. The ones remaining need to be dealt with before we can call this a close to the simulation.
Working on it.
So we're taking damage faster than I can actually fix it.
You're still taking damage?
Yeah, because the hallways keep getting fires.
Huh.
Is that intentional, Xavier?
No? The only time
Huh.
you will take damage if they've shot at you.
That's not good.
I will note it down. Thing to look at.
Just saying, but you're making torpedoes faster than my warp 3 can fill the energy currently.
Yeah, noted.
So what? Draco, there's still damage being taken.
Haven't looked lately, but I just activated 3 more teams. I didn't realize I could do that.
How many teams do we have total?
6.
Oh, that's nice.
And when you put them in the crew quarters and select them, you should be able to see the status of those teams. If you've got any killed or any injured, it's going to slow down their repair rate.
That would certainly make sense.
Science, can we have a ping?
Do it just click ping or?
Yeah, you just click it and then we get these. You see U5, U4, those markers. They show for like 5 seconds.
Yes.
Right, so the others are staying in the area for now.
Oh, are these the pings outside sensor range?
Yeah, U4 and U5. So the ping has a fairly long range. It just never identifies what it is that you're pinging.
Cool.
We did blow up one of them, apparently.
Good. How are the repairs going? We need to wrap this up at some point, so.
Yep, mostly repair to the major systems.
Shields?
Shields are 31% front, 28% rear.
To be honest, these two are a beautiful nuking target.
All right. Omega 2.
Understood. Clearing the tubes the fast way. And nuke away.
Have you fixed nuke damage, Xavier?
I haven't done anything to nuke damage, but I did check with Tom, and
Oh, I think they were just out of range or something.
If the
Hopefully
nuke
with the
damage isn't
damage.
fixed, then they will just have taken minimal damage.
Switch back to torpedoes.
Okay.
did they take any damage? Can you tell?
I'm not sure if they took any damage, but
I'm
they
not
didn't
sure.
take enough damage, that's for sure.
FYI, our front shields are back up to about 50% front
Wonderful.
and rear.
Switch to Delta 3, please.
You're too late,
Already done.
Tetra. I was already reading your mind.
That's
The
good.
Dreadnought is down.
Come on, die.
Battleship
you
is
worthless son of
disabled.
a-
It looks to be blowing up.
Come on, blow up. Do it.
Yeah, pew pew. It would be cool if the blowing up ships actually did a
Maneuver,
little bit
please.
of area damage.
Maneuver.
And thank you for the quick ping.
Yeah, get
Getting
us
course for
unknown 1
Uniform 2.
first. Uniform
If
1
you-
is much closer.
Giving you boost to warp.
Helm, do you not see Uniform 1? It's
I
much
do see
closer.
uniform. You want me to go to Uniform 1 instead?
Yes, because
fine by
it's
me.
basically next to us. There it is. Engage Delta 3, please.
I think the
Alright.
one in Uniform 19 is the jump point.
You have peak beams.
All right. Then this should be the
That would be
last
in
one.
range.
I'm trying to keep him in our outer beams, and that means we're staying out of theirs.
That's excellent.
Their shields are down, their weapons are down.
Okay, you can go all in now.
All right then.
They
It's
are
down.
Their
exploded.
hull is down.
All
Ta-da!
right.
We lost the
Simulation
station,
complete.
but thank you.
There we go.
Alright.
Wow, that took me a lot of concentration to try and fix, even with 6 Damcon crews.
Oh dear.
There's no automatic fixing at present. But there
No,
will be
and I don't
eventually.
think that's a bad thing.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, look,
Yes.
It does raise the
But it's a-
ceiling, the skill ceiling a bit.
Yes,
it
it
just
does.
crashed. The server just crashed.
Just in time.
Yeah. So, it sounded like you were actually able to play the game. Aside from the odd closing, I don't know why it just closed. Because when it does, it doesn't, like, if it's a mission script crash, it gives me some feedback. So it tells me what line it crashed on. But if it's a different crash, a more fundamental crash, it just closes. Now, one of the things that came up was that it was just doing that, and Tom tracked down the bug and fixed it. But I don't think he pushed out an updated version to me yet with that fix in it, so it might still be the old bug that I've already reported and has been fixed. How did you find the different consoles?
I found engineering to be reasonable. There's a lot to keep track of, but I think it was doable. I would still like to have the speed settings.
Oh, the
Presets.
Presets. Thank you.
presets, yeah. So in terms of there was a lot to keep track of, what do you mean?
So it was a lot. You keep track of like the 6 different teams, the different windows that I had to jump back and forth on. Main engineering doesn't show hallway damage. So while I can move the teams from main engineering, if I actually want to see the best path to take them, I have to switch screens, which means I have to go back to the main engineering when I'm ready to adjust energy and coolant levels. That sort of thing.
Oh, right. So you had your main engineering that has all your power and everything.
Mhm.
And then you have your engineering grid on the other, because you've got a small grid on the main engineering, haven't you?
Right, and I can from there I can move the engineering teams, but I can't see hallway damage. Yeah, in order to see hallway damage, I've got to switch screens.
Oh, that's interesting. That shouldn't happen.
So it was only there that I was able to say, okay, so I want to route them this way.
I think there are filters for which grid objects you see or don't see in each of the views. Maybe you had a filter set without realizing.
I don't see anywhere to set filters, but
Maybe I'm misremembering. I'll have a look
Yeah,
at that.
no, that may have been it. Did you record your screen at all, Draco?
No.
Right, okay. I'll investigate that one, but it could be a filter problem, or it could be a problem with the way that the widget works.
I did start a test report thread here, so if you have any thoughts at a later point, you can also post them there. I've already noted down several of the issues and bugs we've seen.
That's going to be useful to work on through the week, definitely.
And I definitely like the fact that I've got the ability to do different things with these crews, send them to med bay or send them to shuttle bay or something like that. I like that.
I'm hoping to expand that a lot as well. So, like, if we need to send a Damcon team to a station, you've got to assign them to the shuttle bay first to be able to do that.
So engineering will be loading the shuttle henceforth?
No, they will send the Damcon team to the shuttle bay, and there's going to be a different loading screen with possibly similar crew interaction. There were on that screen as well. I can add other types of teams, so I also had medical teams on there, and I had security teams. Now you won't have seen any of those because I just set them to 0 for this game, and they don't really do anything at the moment. But there will be medical teams and security teams.
An intruder mechanic?
Maybe.
Nice.
Yeah. So, well, do you know how we get the boarding actions now when it's just messages through comms? I'll take that as a no.
Sorry?
So at the moment we get boarding actions in Artemis 2, and it's messages through comms, and it just plays out in the background.
It's boring.
Boarding actions in Cosmos will be, you'll see an enemy team appear on the grid and start moving through and start damaging stuff, and they'll deliberately move towards a system, and you'll have to activate a security team to go and intercept them.
Nice.
Oh. Yeah.
The security team should be faster than the engineering team on the grid in terms of movement.
Yeah, I can change the movement speeds as well. That's already set.
Nice.
Yeah. So in general, did you feel like it was a like if we do it again next shift, 30 minutes, would you be happy to do that and start working bits out in terms of nukes obviously aren't doing damage, let's boost nuke damage.
That's what we signed up for, didn't we?
Excellent, good. I'm just making sure that like this is that first one. If we're happy to keep doing it weekly and see these things develop. And any bits of feedback that you've got are great in terms of let's get automatic damcons in there because it's too much to handle, or I need to know about these filters because it knocked everything out and I wasn't sure. Like Quaris, you said about that button, the layout, that button on my screen is in a different place, so I'll double check the layout data for that to make sure that's up to date.
Give me a second. Here's to Oni, Deadman. Did you try to whisper us?
I've chatted to Deadman that we're basically done.
Yeah. All right. It is 21:06. Have they said how long they'll be standing down for?
They're looking to be coming towards the end of their simulation, but they're still ongoing.
Right. Okay. Anything else? You guys just tell me whatever. I've found a crash bug, which I'm just going to fix in the background at the same time. Well, I'd like to hear more thoughts, basically.
Yeah, for me, for Helm, it would be useful to be able to see the waypoints that are getting placed while in the pilot screen.
Yep.
Also, there's a bug where you have full 3D, the pilot screen, or basically any version of the main screen keeps flickering up and down, basically.
Yeah. Did anybody else have a Helm screen
I saw it
open
in
at
my
all?
pilot screen, and it was
On
fairly annoying.
On my streamer view, I did not notice that.
No, the
Yeah, I
streamer
noticed
view
it.
seems to be unaffected, but
That's
my
odd.
pilot screen did have this effect.
Go on, Chorus.
Oh, this is kind of unrelated, but I thought, was there a way for me to select a main screen as a second client?
There currently isn't a main screen. There is the streamer console, which is kind of similar. I have answered this question before, actually. I think, and Xavier, correct me if I'm wrong, the intention is that in your sub-consoles, as for example Weapons Officer, there will be at least one that provides a 3D view, which can then replace your main screen. And at the moment, you can actually choose the weapons console twice. So you can have two sub-consoles open simultaneously in different windows. That's something that's currently possible. I actually quite like that two people can choose the same station. Not necessarily for having two people share a station, but just for having multiple windows for myself with the same station in them. Because now we have sub-consoles, so that's actually useful now.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's very useful to be able to select it multiple times. Of course, science communications always had that feature.
True.
It was Helm, weapons, and engineering that didn't.
Yeah. For instance, now in engineering with the multiple sub-consoles, it would be useful to just open multiple windows, have them both open at the same time, instead of switching between the tabs.
Yeah. I agree. I also noted down my 2 points that I had, or at least one, in the sandbox feedback thing, the test report.
I see there's a bunch of good feedback in that channel already.
Yeah. And of course, the stability of the Tom problem that we already talked about.
The server closing itself without warning.
No, I mean the
No
stuttering.
feedback.
The stuttering,
Yes,
yes. Please fix the stuttering, Tom.
Yeah, I emailed that.
Yeah.
I think it was earlier this week. I emailed going, any progress on that? Oh, email. I want to make a TSN fighter.
I'm gonna
That's
need to
Tom.
step away.
Right, so I think overall we managed to play it as if it was a mission, although it was a very simple mission of just defense.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think it it provided a gameplay challenge for you, didn't it? It actually provided.
Yeah.
This is a test over the Oni channel. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you, Deadman.
I didn't see it as all
Copy
that different
that. I was
from
just
just
acknowledging
going around and destroying
once they
enemies. I mean, there was a
finish
little bit of link station stuff
taking
for
over
comms
the
and science
gate
to do.
in
Mhm.
Sector 2, I'll be wrapping up the
Yeah,
simulation.
it was
so
like, well, like I say, it
probably
was a very
another 5
simple
minutes.
mission
It's
of
got one ship
this
left.
station's under attack, go and destroy the
Acknowledged.
station. There's not the fancy stuff that we can add in just yet. Do you mean what kind of things are you thinking would enhance missions? What kind of elements do you think make missions more engaging?
Are you asking me in particular?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't have an answer out of the box. I probably have to think about that for a bit.
Yeah, I think me too.
It's not an easy question to answer, I must admit. Because I can't, like off the top of my head, I'm thinking what makes the mission engaging.
Yeah, what I liked here is that the enemy behavior is significantly different from Artemis 2, and at the moment we have to like come up with new strategies pretty much on the fly. We don't have anything established yet for how these enemies behave, and we have very quickly, like now in this session, come up with a very basic strategy against these relatively weak fleets of get them all to flee and then pursue them, which I think worked well in this case. I'm not sure if it will work always. We're going to figure that out over time. Just that aspect of figuring out new strategy is very interesting. But yeah, it's not going to stay forever. At some point, we're going to be figuring this out. However, now we have the tools to introduce then new behaviors to have to adapt again to keep this figuring out part going on. And I think
as soon as you figured it out.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a, like, you have to give the players the reward of having it figured out and suddenly being really strong against a certain type of enemy. Keep them, let them have it for a while, let them use their cool strategies and feel very strong about it. And then after a while, when it starts
Take
getting
it away
old,
again.
yeah, it'll kind of go back and forth. So I think that could work out really well to keep the TSN group engaging over a very long time.
That's basically what happens in real life at the moment between hackers and counter hackers.
Oh yeah, that is
The
plenty
hackers
real
always
life
get
examples.
new strategies, and then the counter hackers figure out for a while how they work and how to counteract them, and then the hackers get some new strategies.
There's a conspiracy there. I think it's just programmers just having fun with one another. It's just at a higher level. It's like a meta game.
You know, CTF in the context of hacking is a game where you have two teams and each team has a server and they're trying to hack each other's server. Whoever hacks it first wins. It's a real, like, a thing.
Capture the flag.
Yeah. We had a CTF team at university. I never joined, but they were actually quite strong. They were competing in tournaments and stuff.
Well, I'm glad that there's that kind of engagement of how we're going to approach this enemy, what we're going to do to work out some strategy against it. That's good. I love the fact that the enemies, it's the AI. I spawned 10 ships. It's a random amount between 5 and 10 ships for a heavy Corellian fleet. And then what happens is they organize themselves and generally they group themselves into threes. But I have no say over how they group themselves. And if you take out the leader of a fleet, they will fall back. They'll start to evade. And the other two ships will regroup with a stronger leader or with one another, depending on what's going on.
Yeah, that was so cool. Also, another thing I really liked was the fleeing, the evasive behavior. Whenever an enemy starts evading, it gives us a decision of, do we kill them now? Do we spend the time to pursue them? Or since they're evading, they're no longer an immediate threat. Do we let them go and move on to something else? But then, of course, we have to risk that we need to deal with them later because they're going to have time to repair and regroup. So it's always a strategic decision of spending the time to kill them now or dealing with something else first. I do enjoy that.
And the evasion stuff is going to get gradually more and more complex.
Yes.
Because you'll get die-hard enemies that don't evade, and then you get enemies that start evading as soon as they take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, depending on what they are, like a transport ship, as soon as it takes a hit, it's going to start evading.
Yeah, and there could be a science scan type that would tell us about it.
Yeah. This officer has been reported as being rather suicidal. It's a surprise he survived this long, kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then different races also will have different kind of tolerances for evasion. Currently the targeting's quite simple as well, but again I started building smart targeting where ships would. What I want basically is enemies are going to organize themselves into fleets, and they're going to start grouping up with similar ships. So all the drone cruisers will group together, but they're going to sit at long range. They're not going to come within your weapons range. They're going to sit out there and chuck in drones, whilst the ones that are all like beam armed are going to come in close. So you're going to end up with these emergent behavior. Hopefully, I read an article about AI emergent behavior and how you could do it, and it was fascinating to read. It was on the level of thousands of ships. I thought if I could get that into Cosmos on the level of 20 ships, that'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
I'm still waiting on you releasing the AI so I can play around with it.
It's still a bit messy at the minute.
All code is messy, trust me.
I've got
that. Honestly, that new AI threw us for a loop when they suddenly split up and one joined the attacking the station and the others were fleeing.
Yeah, that was a great moment, yeah.
For a moment, we had like 3 fleets suddenly.
That's going to really require new strategies because it's no longer, oh, we got alpha
Step
fleet.
into Oni channel. I am now shutting down the simulation. Oh,
the others are done with their sim.
Yep, the others are done.
But as an idea, I've got lots of different classes with lots of different functions going on. So I've got general computations about where they move, calculating distances to things, setting a heading, checking if they're at a particular location. Then I've got a sensors class, which is actually scanning and finding out what's around them, and building target lists. And then I've got processing within that where it'll check whether the target is armed or whether it's unarmed, whether it's larger than itself, whether it's smaller than itself, whether it's got a high or low firepower, whether it's shielded or unshielded, whether it's being aggressive towards them or not. In other words, if it's targeted them or not. And then
just making you aware the simulation's over.
Thank you.
Then I've got a targeting one, which is where the fleshing out will come. And that's got the basic set and clear weapons target, but then there's also a function in there, a method in there called smart target, where it's going to take the stuff from the sensors and start deciding what to do with it. And that was where I was going to build in different probabilities. So it would go through and then it would use the different probabilities to make a decision on what it's going to do. And within a fleet, all the ships won't fire at one target. That was something else that's already built in. So if you have 2 TSN ships attacking 3 Krellian ships, the leader might be attacking one TSN ship, but the other ones might be attacking the other because it's closer and a better target.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, yeah. They also have acceleration code. So what happens if they're further away and they pick up a target, they will move more quickly to get to that target instead of just plodding away at the same speed. And you're like, they're going to move at this speed and they'll be there. They'll actually increase the speed to twice the speed. And then as they get closer, they'll slow down to like 1.5 times the speed. And then as they get into the engagement range, they'll slow down to the normal speed. So, yeah. Since you were asking about AI. Excellent. Well, I will make some tweaks, improvements, fixes. I might even try and give you another system so it's a bit more
Right.
bit of diversity.
Cool.
All right.
I look forward to more faffing with the new AI and seeing how it responds in certain situations and how we can adapt to that. I'm surprised that it's already this engaging. I thought it would take a while until it's at a point where it's starting to get interesting, but it already is. So, really cool. All right. I'm assuming the others are debriefing. Should we try to determine a break time and dismiss this?
Sansta is currently engaged in debrief and was asking us to stand by for a break time.
Okay.
Right. You need access to the fleet news.
Yeah, I thought all of Oni can post in there, but evidently that's not the case because I cannot. And it would be convenient if I could.
I did post, by
yeah,
the way.
I saw that. Thank you very much.
I had to split it in two because it's too long.
Often the case, yeah.
Timeout, kick, ban.
Remember the last time where you accidentally kicked all of Oni from the server?
Did I?
Yeah, it happened once. You accidentally kicked someone from the server. It was just one person, I think, not all of Oni, but yeah, that happened.
Oh, that would be so freaking funny if he kicked all of Oni.
Yeah, it was like, goodbye.
Good luck running it, Savior.
Yeah, that's why it now says, it was me, you kicked me from the server. That's why it now says I joined the server, the TSN RP community server on April 1st, 23. When I've been with the community for much longer than that.
Yes, and it was like, oops.
Yeah, it was an accident. You didn't even do it on purpose.
Add member. And then go send messages. Save changes. You now have the ability to send messages.
Yes, I can see it. Thank you very much.
I'm just adding people on a individual basis.
It's not an only thing. Okay, good.
No,
yeah,
it's
well,
not
thank
an
you very
only
much.
thing.
Also, a different question. Have you had a chance yet to upload the new version of TSN Core?
No,
Okay.
it has slipped off the back of my mind.
No problem. I'm asking because there is now a new problem with TSN Core where the ribbon pictures are no longer loaded. And I was wondering if that was a Google problem or a problem with the new version. But since we're still running the old version, it must be a Google problem. So there's probably going to be yet another update to fix the ribbons at some point in the future.
I will send you now, actually, in Discord, the terrain file.
Oh, thank you.
While I remember. I quite like the readability of the terrain file. Really like the readability of the terrain file because it is just basically a dictionary, isn't it? Cosmos. Terrain. So you were flying in Freya 2.
Nice.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm probably not going to be doing anything the coming week because I'll be moving. But when I have time again, I'll take a crack at building a new stellar navigation because I would very much like to replace the old one. It has not aged all that well.
Well, it's one of those things of it started off probably really good and then there's been a bit bottled on,
Yes.
and it needs that.
That is a very common thing in software development.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, in terms of the JSON file, there's three main parts to it. There's the system offset, which is placing it in relation to other systems. Because all the coordinates are relative to 0, but then the system offset is added on just to shift those coordinates, like a million left, a million right, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's just a 3 XYZ values. Then there's objects, which are the actual, like, there's the jump point in there, there's the stations in there, and any other physical objects that we interact with that isn't terrain. And then the last list is terrain. Now the terrain just has an identifier, which is just the code. It's like the object number.
Yeah.
And then it's got type, its start point, end point, how much of that terrain is in that area, how far it scatters out, so the distance it scatters out. Composition isn't used yet, but then the seed is a random seed value that it uses.
Oh yeah, right, because you're generating that. Can you then
Yeah.
also give me a screenshot or a text file of the code you use to translate these map files into actual game objects? Because I'm going to need to do things in the exact same order so that the random seed gives me the exact same result.
I'm gonna head
I
off
see what
to
you
the
mean.
head for a bit.
Yeah, looks like the others have dismissed. I'm going to just...
The time of return is 35 past the hour.
Roger.
So you have 8 minutes.
All right.
Good luck.
Off to the head.
Yeah.
No, there were Pop-Tarts in the simulation. I
We
think
traded
Rainbow might
pop
be in the
cards
process
for
of posting.
EMPs. It was a bad deal.
Oh no.
And nukes. You also got nukes out of it.
That wasn't for Pop Tarts.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, it was. We got nukes
Oh,
for
well.
Pop-Tarts. Then we got EMPs for Pop-Tarts.
Tetra, look at the mess hall.
Okay.
Yeah. The minute we leave normal time, everything goes to chaos.
Oh, that is. Okay. Or
Oh, we do have 2 IC here.
true.
We do.
Captain on deck.
Yeah, he heard that we were gonna let Zansto run the thing, and he could not deal with that.
Right.
Right indeed.
Apologize. Let's see. Have we started the mission briefing?
We have not. We were waiting for you.
Oh, that's very polite of you.
Isn't it just? Well, mission briefing and stuff.
There is a briefing.
I know there is indeed a mission. There is perfectly ready for it.
Not just any officer. Deputy head of ONI.
Deputy head of ONI.
I love how, yes, we waited for you, just let me via the mission briefing.
We appreciated the additional preparation time that you have granted us, Fleet Captain.
You're welcome.
We have determined indeed that it is probably not wise to head for the Netani settlement that is supposedly in Sector 20. Because we are at the moment not quite battle ready. The reactor of the Netani station we have situated ourselves in for now has resources to last us for about a week, but it does not have the resources to produce ordnance at this station, so we're fully dependent on the grant stock, which is quickly depleting with the repairs and refuels that are already going on. So our next order of business is to scavenge the nearby sectors for resources. Our engineers have determined that the station's reactor runs on a mineral that can be found in nearby asteroid fields. The sector in question is, however, at the moment under Caltron control. So we're going to need to politely displace the Caltrons, secure mining rigs to the asteroids by way of deploying engineering teams on them, and then secure as much mineral as we can. Then remember this very well, the more mineral we secure, the longer we can supply ourselves in this time.
And this will effectively stop the Horizon complaining, correct?
I should hope so.
This is
Xavier, please don't break the fort wall.
Was there much complaining in my absence?
Always complaining in your
We estimated that you were going to complain on your return, so we got ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, the situation is that we're stranded in the past with no way of reliably resupplying our ordnance, so we expected complaints.
So thirsty.
I'm almost out of toast.
Pop-Tarts, Pop-Tarts.
Protest.
Do you have Pop-Tarts, by any chance? If so, we can quench your thirst for nukes.
I've heard people don't like the sound of Pop-Tarts at present, so let's move on.
We found in the station's supply some sort of Netani fruit that we're not entirely familiar with, but it might be able to be turned into jam so that we can then make Pop-Tarts from our ration bars. Will that do?
Netani Pop-Tarts.
It's all part of the mission.
Right. Can you ensure that you post the mission parameters to the mission channel?
Certainly.
And we will deploy the ships that we have access to.
Which is all of them?
All of them. Excellent. Okay. Now, which ships were you running for the simulation?
Just the Scorpion.
Just the Scorpion, right. Let's deploy the Sabre Scorpion, and how many officers do we have? 15, 14.
We have number 3.
Saber, Scorpion, and
Answer.
Horizon.
Horizon.
Hunter.
Horizon.
All right. Let's get the ships. Duty officers, you will have to just ensure that crews are organized as required. Let's go.
Very well. All officers go there. To your assigned ships.
Right, CIC deck as my assigned ship is. We are game mastering. I think this game mastering view is slightly broke. Let's see. First, we should probably start the game.
Would your system handle sharing your screen in Discord? Just looking to observe somebody doing CIC in case I need to like fill in again and I need to get reacquainted with the system.
Absolutely, you're welcome to watch my stream. I am streaming my CIC operations.
Oh, that stream.
Do you have a link to my channel, or should I provide one?
If you could link it again, please.
Oh,
wait, I see it.
Okay, you found it, good. I accidentally closed the wrong tab.
Soft-loved owl Doritos chip. Okay, up. Oh, that's a clip from you.
Oh, you should be able to click on my username to get to my channel main page, which should immediately show you the stream. Oh, Rainbow, Deadman needs to release Game Master. Okay. CSE channel, Deadman, please release Game Master.
I'm gonna mute your stream.
Yeah, usually better.
Saber, this is Horizon.
I'm sorry, Tetra. I heard your voice in my ear, but my crew was talking. Were you saying something to me or to?
I was asking Deadman to release
Horizon, this is
Game
Saber,
Master.
confirming communications.
I see.
Confirming that we are ready to fire our tickle beams at the enemy. Horizon, I'm just going to check with the regulations to make sure that you are actually allowed to tickle the enemy. I don't know if there'll be some kind of repercussions from that. Hey, we're just doing what the quartermaster gave us, you know? We do have a pillow launcher.
Scorpion to
No pillow fight.
Saber.
Scorpion, this is Saber, go ahead.
The Scorpion is ready to deploy and stab our enemies with our pointy tail.
Roger that, thank you, Scorpion. Command and Control, 4th Flight Division is ready for deployment.
For flight, that's confirmed. Simulation will begin shortly. The mission. Oh god, did I say simulation? See, I'm so nervous about this stuff that I just messed up left and right. Who is starting the...
Oh, I suppose I am.
Thank you.
Command and Control, we okay for launch?
Tetra, you may want to turn on channel commanders.
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't paying attention, sorry. I
All
was
good.
in the middle of doing something.
There we go.
I'm not reading the Scorpion yet. Command, this is TSN Saber.
CSC Saber, go ahead.
Golf 82 IFF is currently incorrectly configured.
So it is.
Figured.
Yeah, Saber, apologize for this sensor glitch. We are still configuring our system. They are freshly repaired.
Roger that, Command.
CIC to fleet, please head to Yufini Sector 9 for our first mining mission. Oh, I need to focus more on game mastering and less on configuring my bloody stream, which is all misconfigured in different ways.
Horizon Scorpion remain in formation with TSN Saber. We're moving to transition point Echo 17.
Echo 17, aye.
Oh, whatever. Okay. They are in Sector 9. CSC to fleet, be standby for sensor update.
Roger that, Command. Horizon Scorpion, you're going to secure the area. TSN Saber has enough crew to be able to deploy our shuttle for deploying the mining rigs. No,
Copy.
Horizon Scorpion, the primary location that I would expect that we're deploying mining rigs are within the nebula and the asteroid field. So could you scout through the nebulas and ensure that they are clear?
Confirmed. Take.
Acknowledged.
Scorpion, this is Horizon.
Go ahead, Horizon.
We can take the nebula from Delta 4, Echo 2, and to Echo 5.
Acknowledged. We'll take the Bravo 1, Charlie 1 nebula. Scorpion to Saber.
Scorpion, go ahead.
We are investigating Bravo 1 Mark 3 through Charlie 1 Mark 4.
Roger, Scorpion. Once you've done that, Scorpion, can you patrol the open space as well to make sure there are no Caltrons within that area?
Open space, aye.
I think I accidentally gave the hunt player AI to the sensor buoy. So I see the fleet.
Go ahead.
For flight, we have set up rendezvous points for you to drop your engineers on the asteroid so that they may install the mining rigs. After they install them, please pick them up again. You're going to need them again.
Roger that, Command. Horizon, this is Saber.
Go ahead.
Horizon, could you move to rendezvous point 3 and deploy an engineering team there?
We're on it.
On user interface, do the thing. Come on, I want a Caltron fleet. Why doesn't it work? Oh, God. Ah, there we go. Gosh.
Horizon, you can move to engage those Caltrons, grid Echo 3.
Copy.
Scorpion, this is Saber.
Go ahead, Saber.
Scorpion, now that we've got the engineers out, our primary objectives are going to be to ensure the security of the sensor relay in grid Bravo 4. That's your assignment. Saber and Horizon will maintain security inside the asteroid field.
Bravo 4, aye.
Horizon, combat the leading enemy fleet, Delta and Echo. Saber will move to the trailing enemy fleet, Foxtrot.
Copy.
Rendezvous. Engineer. Pick up.
Command, this is Saber.
CSC Saber, come in.
Commander, we're reading rendezvous point 5 as an engineered drop zone, is that correct?
CSC Saber, that is correct. The team on the first asteroid has not been able to mine all that much resources, but they have identified a much better spot and have requested to be moved.
Roger that.
Scorpion to Horizon.
Go ahead, Scorpion.
We are leaving behind largely wounded Caltrons in Alpha 1 in favor of intercepting the ones in Alpha 4. I don't know what your assignments are, but if you wish to take them out, feel free.
At the moment, we are taking out the several tertiaries of our own.
Acknowledged.
Horizon, say again?
Sorry, Saber, that was meant for Scorpion.
Hey, Tetra.
Hi.
Belay it. Saber, this is Horizon.
Horizon, go ahead.
We are, in fact, out of torpedoes. Like a chance to recharge.
Roger that, Horizon. Welcome to your position and engage those enemies.
Very good.
Move back into the asteroid field and hold position there. You can do the extractions required.
Copy that. We'll take rendezvous 7.
I'm gonna hop aboard Horizon.
You do that.
Scorpion, this is Saber.
Go ahead, Saber.
Report your status.
I'm sorry, Saber, repeat.
Can you report your current status?
We are combat ready. After we shoot down this one, we're going to go over to Alpha 1 to take care of the ones we left behind over there. Unless you have something else for us in mind.
Negative, Scorpion. I just wanted to check in, see if you needed a recharge or anything like that.
We could use a recharge after we shoot down Bravo 9-1.
Roger, Scorpion. Once you've dispatched that enemy, move back into grid Delta 4, hold position there while you recharge. Horizon, Saber.
Go ahead.
Once you've completed the recharge and restocked your ordnance, move into grid Alpha 1 to engage targets in that area.
Copy that.
Scorpion will be moving out of that operational area shortly.
Understood.
Scorpion to Horizon.
Command, we're getting a lot of extraction points. I don't think we dropped.
We are joining your non-battle area to recharge.
Copy.
CSC the fleet, we have been counting 4 teams deployed, so 4 teams needing to be extracted in total. Is that not correct?
Command, this is Saber. We're having a bit of a dispute about the maths here, but I counted only 3 deployed, not 4.
3 teams were out in total. One of them was at one point redeployed to a different location, resulting in 4 deployments, even though only 3 teams were involved.
Horizon, this is Saber.
Go ahead.
What's your status looking like?
We are just a shade before fully recharged. We're heading out shortly.
Roger that.
CIC to fleet.
Go ahead, Commander.
For flight, after you have extracted all of the engineering teams from this asteroid belt, you're going to need to pick up the cargo pods that they have deployed and actually get the minerals out of these asteroids.
Roger that,
I
Commander.
totally forgot about the cargo
Scorpion,
pickups.
Saber.
Cargo pickup.
Go ahead, Saber.
Scorpion, once you recharge, can you rejoin the Horizon? In fact, could you...
Crash.
Yes, bad allocation error.
Stand by.
Artemis.
Was that a server crash?
Yes, it was.
I believe that was a
Yes,
server crash.
it looks
yes.
like it was.
Server crash is confirmed.
But
Alright. Do we need to disconnect, reconnect?
no,
Good.
Hermes will take care of the consoles.
Thank you, Hermes.
Start up.
General
Hermes
Commanders, did anyone
server.
restart the server between the sim and the mission?
No, I do it between the first and second sim. No, I do that between the missions.
Alrighty, let's go. Activate GM mode. We are in Yofini and that was sector 9. CIC to 4 flight.
Go ahead.
Please stand by for sensor update, then resume your mission. Have. So players were here.
Sorry, Commander.
Caltron. Caltron.
General Commanders, we were up in Bravo 2 Mark 1.
Channel commanders noted. Oh, I hate this. The Caltrons are misconfigured, or I'm not sure if it's misconfigured, but they don't by default attack the players. So you always have to manually configure them to do so when you spawn them. And it just takes so much more mental energy to keep on track of that. Here's for group P, or the sensible, that was USFP. Asset, Sensiboy. I'm also going to have to use sensor range. General commanders would appreciate if you could bring yourself to your last positions. Thank you. General commanders, you may resume. Right, this is waypoints. No, this is a rendezvous point. Oh. Cargo. cargo, up, cargo, up, cargo, pick up. Okay, we've got them. Spawn, Altron. So this should be a battle group because we want to not make it too boring. Group is Delta. Hunting the players. Run scout group. This Echo. Hunt players. Talking to myself actually helps focus. And another scout group. Fox. Hunt players. There we go. Leave them to this.
Take
CIC to fleet.
Go ahead, command.
For flight, the sensor buoy is picking up a surge in activity in a neighboring system, and we're expecting a rather large Caltron force to arrive soon. Focus on picking up the invaluable cargo and then move on to Sector 13 as soon as possible.
Roger that. Scorpion, Horizon, move to Rendezvous Point 2 and Rendezvous Point 3 respectively and start collecting that cargo.
Scorpion to Horizon.
Go ahead.
Which one did he give you?
3.
So we've got 2?
Correct.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, as always. All ships rendezvousing grid Echo 1, Mark 7, ready for transition.
Okay, at this point, it doesn't matter anymore whether the AI does the right thing, it's just flavor anyway, so... Shoop. Shoop.
General Commanders, can somebody reset the comms buttons, please?
Channel Commanders, did that work?
Channel Commanders, that did not work for me. Please try it again.
There's a way to do it in the GM console, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
was
how
just
to do
looking for
that.
that and accidentally clicked something that I shouldn't have clicked, probably. I don't know where it is.
Scorpion
what
to
menu
Saber.
is that in?
Here, recent comms, I actually found it.
Never mind. Our comms buttons just came back.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
All right, our comms buttons came back.
Caltron.
Scorpion, this is Saber.
Scorpion to Saber. We are launching now.
Roger.
This is a bit mean, they seem to be having shuttle problems and I'm just spawning groups on top of them. But hell. Not player. This one I'll actually give him the correct AI. CIC fleet.
Go ahead, Command.
For flight, we cannot currently repair any more capital ships, so if you have to abandon your shuttle, do so.
Scorpion, are you able to handle it?
Saber's Horizon.
Horizon.
Should we go assist Scorpion?
Stand by. Looks like they've got it, Horizon.
Scorpion to Saber.
Breathing a sigh of relief there, Scorpion. Go ahead.
I assume we're making an Echo 1 Mark 7 transition.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay, now time to...
Ship's hold position. Let's let the sensors update.
Okay. For flight standby, we're only now getting your sensor data properly. Luxury liner. On it over here. This is a USFP civilian.
Trying to command, you can clear those
luxury
markers by
liner.
toggling the sensors normal and back.
Channel commanders, thank you. This guy, intelligence. Scan text. Descriptions, I think.
Command, this is for flight.
For flight, go ahead.
Command, we've just entered this area and we're reading a USFP luxury liner. No life signs have been reported according to our sensors. I'm going to dispatch a ship to investigate.
Thank you for flight. This will be very interesting. It might be one of the missing ships we've been looking for.
Horizon, this is Saber.
Go ahead.
Horizon, move to the position of Oscar 07, investigate what's happening with that transport, see if you can get something aboard there to determine its status.
Copy.
No, let's do the enemies first. So they'll be following after for flight. So we're spawning.
Horizon, this is Saber.
Caltron.
Special request from Lieutenant Blurry, please look for
Caltron
Pop-Tarts.
Full group.
And coffee pots.
Spawns as Papa. Switch to Papa. And player AI.
Scorpion, this is Saber.
Go ahead.
Well, we're going to tackle these enemies coming after us in just a moment. Once we've seen how many are coming through. Command, do we have areas to be able to deploy engineers around here?
For flight, that's confirmed. We are currently working on identifying the richest asteroids and will provide rendezvous points shortly.
Scorpion, formation is Charlie.
CIC,
We'll attack
this is
together.
Horizon.
Target is Quebec Fleet.
Quebec Fleet I.
So here we're going to need 4 of them.
Horizon called you.
That's ship 2, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
CSC
Channel
Horizon, go ahead.
Alright, so we've scanned the ship. We see nothing specific. It does seem to be underway. Recommendations.
CSC Horizon, have you been detecting any life signs aboard the ship?
Negative.
Hashtag Olympic carrier.
Yeah.
We can try to disable its weaponry and put a team on board.
CSC Horizon, that would be useful. We need to gather as much information as we can about this ship. We recommend you drop Marines as well as engineers. Rendezvous points.
Confirmed.
Engineer. Drop. Engineer. Drop.
Scorpion, new target is Papa Fleet.
Papa Fleet I. Break.
Rise an engineer drop. And then a marine drop. This is rendezvous points galore here.
Careful you don't put too many, because once you cycle around 9,
Yeah.
it gives an error.
This is it for now. Why is the ship moving? I told it to stop moving.
General commanders, why do they move? Yeah, there we go.
Channel commanders, I don't know. CSC the fleet.
Go ahead, Commander.
Rendezvous 5, 6, 7 appear to be good asteroid mining spots if you would deploy the engineers to do the mineral extraction.
Roger. Horizon, continue your operation with the luxury liner. Scorpion, move to rendezvous point 7.
Sierra. And play. On Caltron. Fleet.
Scorpion, this is Saber.
Go ahead, Saber.
Scorpion, priority is rendezvous point 7.
Acknowledge.
Horizon, this is Saber.
Go ahead.
What's it looking like up the horizon?
So we've deployed 2 teams to investigate, and we are preparing a probe to identify the Caltrons.
Horizon, while your teams are investigating Oscar 07, move to engage Sierra Group.
Copy that.
CSC the fleet. Was that a wrong button? Did they hear me? Wait. Rendezvous. Engineer. Pick up. Drop. CSC to fleet.
Go ahead, Commander.
For flight, the team at Rendezvous Point 1 would like to request to be relocated. They think they can get even more resources for you at the new location, Rendezvous 2.
Roger that. Horizon, continue to focus on Caltrons. Proteus will get Rendezvous 1 and 2.
Copy.
Scorpion Odysseus to CIC.
CIC to Horizon.
Go ahead.
Horizon, the teams on Oscar 07 have been able to identify the ship and extract its black box. They would like to be recovered,
Odysseus
and
dropped
we need
Marine.
to send the data to a
engineers
CIC
ready.
as soon as possible.
Affirmative. As soon as we've dealt with this one, we will head back to Oscar 07.
Thank you kindly. All right, that's a marine extraction as well as a rendezvous point engineer pick up. There we go. We're at rendezvous 4. Should be working because they're all unique at the moment. If got the one that's being relocated. If
Horizon, this is Saber.
Go ahead, Saber.
Return to Rendezvous Point 3 and 4 on your previous task.
Affirmative.
CIC to fleet.
Yes, Command.
For flight, we have recorded that the sensor buoy in the previous sector has been destroyed. We are assuming that the Caltron forces situated there are now underway here. We suggest you proceed as quickly as possible.
Roger. Scorpion, this is Saber.
Scorpion to Saber.
Scorpion, moving to Grid Bravo 2. You're going to assist with some of the pickups in this area.
Acknowledged.
Scorpion, begin with Rendezvous Point 6 with that extraction zone since it's in your area.
Acknowledged. Scorpion to Saber.
Go ahead.
Would you like us to do Rendezvous 5, or do you have that?
We'll get Rendezvous 5. I want you to keep your eyes peeled for any more extractions and cargo in particular. Horizon, this is Saber.
Acknowledged. Feeling eyes now.
Horizon, you're going to work with Scorpion for any cargo pickup points in this area.
Affirmative.
I'm sorry, Saber. Say that again.
Scorpion, it was just informing Horizon of their job to assist with the extractions. Scorpion priority is Rendezvous 7. Horizon priority is Rendezvous 8.
Acknowledged.
Never mind, Scorpion. Take.
And now let's bring in all the Caltrons. Caltron. So this is going to be the big guns here, invasion fleets. They're not supposed to fight them, they're just supposed to outrun them. CSC for flight.
Go ahead.
We see even more Caltrons incoming at the moment. Please retrieve as much cargo as you can and then retreat to Sector 5.
Roger, Command. It looks like we've managed to pick up all the rendezvous points. Are there any more outstanding that we should be waiting for?
That is a negative for flight. We recommend you retreat corewards as to not run into the incoming Caltron fleets.
Roger that. All ships move to an Alpha Line transition at a safe point along the area. Command, any comments on the luxury liner?
CSC for flight, we have been able to retrieve the black box thanks to Horizon's effort. We will be debriefing you with the data as soon as you're back.
Roger that.
So now I need to remove all the ships. No, not delete terrain, delete ships. What have I done? CSC to fleet, retreat at best speed to Sector 5.
Roger that, Command.
On. Are we doing on time? Pretty good, I think. I'm not going to give them any extra. No idea which sector they're in right now. Looks like 4. So one more transition for them.
All ships, let's rendezvous with Golf 82 and then check the area's clear. Channel Commander, as I assume those are sensor ghosts?
Channel commanders, that's affirmative. Delete ships. CSC to fleet.
Go ahead.
For flight, we congratulate you on a successful mineral retrieval mission. We have been able to retrieve excellent amounts of minerals that should keep this reactor going for a while and keep us resupplied. As for the story of the stranded luxury liner, we are still evaluating the data. For now, let's take a break until 45 past the hour and then reconvene in the mission briefing room.
Roger.
Debrief your crews, you may stand down. Was that a crash or was it just my console? Or is it Donovan rebooting everything?
I ended the sim,
Ah, okay, thank you.
and I'm going to reboot everything now.
Okay, I'll be setting up the decon recon during the break. Cool. I think that started a bit shaky, but ended up getting better.
A bit of work here while you were doing.
I had
Yep, pretty far.
I had a really weird issue with my stream. I have no idea what's going on.
I'm gonna head up to bed. Back in bed.
Mm-hmm. I'm just messing with my stream setup. There's something wrong with it, and I can't quite figure it out. Ah, now it works.
Did I scare you?
No, I was just there was something wrong with my stream setup, and I couldn't figure it out before now. And now I finally managed to fix it, and I was like, "Ha, fixed it!" And that very moment you joined.
Oh.
Hey, how was that?
Oh, it was rubbish. Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad to
just
hear you liked it.
Can't
Changed
count
my ending.
I'm sorry I didn't use the ending, but since we were quite late on the schedule with
Yeah,
the sim having taken, I decided that we saved the time.
What ending? What?
I skipped a part of the mission at the end. Or did you want more tense cargo operations with Caltrons flooding in from all sides?
2 was enough.
I figured.
I think 3 would have been repetitive.
Well, this part was a little different. This was when we dropped it off on the station, and it would have been a more like defend the station type of thing. So
Yeah,
it would have been,
I see.
it was
I
slightly different, but I
don't
figured
think we've
time.
lost out there. Yeah, I don't think we've
it's
lost.
not a big deal. I didn't mind.
However,
It
I'll
was
hold it against you for the future.
Of course.
I will hold it against you. No, it went really well.
Glad to hear it.
I do like that Tivion kind of got the answer correct, knowing that it was one of the luxury liners that went missing.
Yeah, he did. Nice. Yeah, there's going to be debrief. I figured we're gonna do it at the mission 2 brief.
You may have noticed that I was typing while in the middle of the mission. I was making a few corrections mid-mission.
Yeah, I was not able to read chat during gaming. I'm
No.
sorry. I was not able to. It just takes
No.
too much mental capacity, especially with having to fix the Caltron AI every single time you spawn a Caltron fleet. You have to fix the AI. It takes so much concentration to stay on top of that. It is very demanding.
No, 2 things. I was modifying the debrief because I was gonna rely on a something for the mission for the season, but I chose not to, and I still had it in the debrief, so I just got rid of it.
Yeah.
It would have been confusing, and I also gave a start date to when it send its last transmission to the ship that we.
Okay, exciting.
Noticed.
I'm gonna now that my stream is fixed, I can now go away from this view. Wait, let me just double check something. This is info, this is map, this is main. Okay, all perfect. Stellar cartography scene where you can see our wonderful stellar cartography map that's not currently available because we're in the past and we can't access any of these systems. Anyway, right, reading the debrief. Let's go. It was a fun mission to GM, despite the intense Caltron stuff.
Wherever it says insert number, that's the number that we picked up, which is 8.
Yeah, is 8. We got all of them.
Yes. I was sending you messages to keep a log of what each ship picked up in case, because at the ending it would have been pertinent to each
Yeah,
ship.
absolutely.
That's why I was sending you messages at the end of each.
Yeah.
If Sam was to raise the question, where did the Natari station come from, would that pose problems?
For
Which Natani station do you refer to?
The one we're using.
Well,
you'll have to stick and find out what happens.
I'm asking, is there a plot? I mean, can Sam ask that question in the briefing in a minute?
yeah, the answer in this briefing will be that we don't know at the moment.
That's fair
But
enough.
there is a story behind it.
Good.
Oh, good.
Zip, 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 zip.
Stop spoiling it, Fish.
I'm not going to. I was never planning to.
Hey, if you don't want spoilers, don't ask questions.
No, at the moment we officially don't know why this station is here. Only that it is.
Oh, yeah, I was going to
Just
say,
get
because I
angry
wasn't
when you
here
don't
last
have
week,
your-
so I don't know if that was a question that had been asked
We
before.
do
or...
know why it is abandoned.
Oh yes, yeah.
So
We know why it's abandoned, and we know that it's here. That's all we know.
yeah, I should probably pause this.
See, I know everything, so.
Oh, are you still on stream?
Yeah, I forgot to pause it.
Tetra.
Bad
We
streamer,
didn't
bad
even
streamer.
spoil anything. Also, we're on the CSC deck, which is streamable. Anyway, pausing now.
Bart, does that answer all of your questions?
Everything but hotkeys for the weapons console.
Again, talk to Yui.
Right.
No problem, Yui.
I heard question and Yui in the same sentence. What's up?
Oh,
hotkeys.
Hotkeys for the weapons console.
Oh, here we go.
You need a list of the defaults.
Mm-hmm.
You have not updated them to fix all the brokenness of them.
No, he hasn't.
He just wanted the notes as to what's what.
Okay, I'll pass that along. I need to find it in my files.
Right. Let's see. A debrief, I believe. Was there a debrief?
Indeed. We have retrieved a black box from the luxury liner that you have identified. And we have now finished evaluating its contents. So I shall be posting the data we have found shortly. As you can see from the black box data, this ship's name is Nyx, which is indeed one of the luxury liners that has gone missing in our time that we have been looking for. So,
found it.
Nice.
Indeed.
Coming back to our current mission, we were able to recover 8 full barrels of the mineral, and we estimate that each of those will power our station for about another week, allowing the Grant to continue to resupply our fleet for a total of 8 weeks from now, which should put us in a much better strategic position. That's it for the debrief. Thank you for your attention.
I have a quick question. So I understand the ships, going through the black hole and whatever and coming back in time, but stations don't move, so I'm getting a bit kind of nervous about this station. Not that I want to kick the gift horse in the mouth.
You're talking about the Natani station that we're currently living on?
Yeah, utilising.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
So, I'm no expert on Natani history, I have to admit, but I do believe they are one of the oldest spacefaring races in existence, and they have been spacefaring in this time. So we're currently working on the hypothesis that this is a Natani station from the time that we're in, so it did not come from the future like we did.
My understanding of the history is that the Natari race were, quite a distance from here at this time. I mean, I could be wrong, but that whole
moved them.
bioengineering disaster.
We moved them to the Ufini Expanse.
We do know that the Natani are also notorious for being nomadics, so perhaps this is a certain tribe that has migrated to this part of space.
Yeah, we unfortunately in our ship databanks we did unfortunately not think to bring the full historic records on the Natani migrations over time, which are extensive, I have been told. So we are unable to verify whether this is consistent with our history, but it is what we're currently believing.
We did not think we were going to encounter the Natani in our mission. As you said, the Natani are normally not in the Ufini Expanse.
Right. So it's sort of an unknown then.
At the moment, yes. Right, that's it for the debrief, unless there are further questions. That does not appear to be the case, so I think we have another mission.
Yes, we do, and it might answer some of your questions, Lieutenant Senior. Now that we are restocked and battle capable, I think it's a good time that we met the Natani. So as you know, the Grant has been restocked, and the station is running with a skeleton crew, but all our fleet is ready. We do expect the Natani to be friendly, as they are in our timeline, but we are unsure whether they will be friendly or not. So we need to be ready for the unexpected. Our priority is to exchange information with Tani if they are willing to do so, without revealing that we are from their future. Or our future, whatever you want to say. Is there any questions?
Can we leave a time capsule as one suggested?
I believe that would be contaminating the timeline, as if there was a time capsule, someone might, other than us, might find it.
No, it has always been there. Nobody has found it. That's the issue.
Uh-huh.
So then they won't find it.
Well, we will
But
in
if
the
we
future.
will go back to the future, then we can find it.
In
So
which
what
case, what's the point in picking it up? Because we know what's in it.
Yeah, also, if we do go to the future, we do realize gravity exists, and over 7,000 years, a small capsule may move considerable amount of.
Imagine how well aged our Jordan distilled ale would be by then.
Can we
As
put
soon
some
as a time
Pop-Tarts in the capsule?
I have a nice idea. How about we put Blurry on a shuttle and use him as a time capsule? We'll pick up Blurry in 2,000 years.
Will our blurry keep for that long?
With enough Pop-Tarts, yes.
He'll be fine. He has a shuttle.
There's a Fleet News article coming up, isn't it? Okay.
TSN officer recovered from asteroid dig site.
A question: what happened to the personnel on the Nix?
We have no idea. The black box data did not record anything that would clue us in as to their whereabouts, which is strange in and of itself.
Oh, that's soothing.
Yeah.
Maybe they put themselves in a time capsule and will pick them up in 7,000 years.
Maybe. We'll see in 7,000 years, I suppose.
Or maybe they didn't come with the ship, they just left into life pods.
We picked up no life pods.
We did not see any, but I'll have to go over the engineers and marines report to see if they reported the life pods have been deployed on the ship or not.
Right. Let's get going with this anyway.
Indeed.
I'll tag team. I'll tag team out to Tetra.
Yep.
Server group assigned.
I still have the CO tag for
Server
some
group
reason.
revoked.
If someone could tell someone to leave, that'd be great.
Some ship, same ships.
Who is personnel? It's not me today.
Well, given that that man is not saying it, all personnel, please return to your previous assignments.
It's going to be nice to do an actual station for once.
That's illegal.
Say again?
I heard that was illegal. You're not allowed to use an actual station.
Please.
Who is main personnel officer?
Today it's Deadman.
Okay, because I'll be signing off after this. I'm sick. Just so I know who to tell.
All right.
Oh, wait a
Thank
second.
you.
Isn't Tetra assigned to the ship?
So I am. So we are. What station did Rainbow take? Helm, yeah. What kind of question is that? So I'll be taking that
Server
from
group
him for
assigned.
simplicity's sake.
If you want to switch, that's fine.
You want a helm?
I don't mind either, but aren't you, or do you not want to be weapons?
Yeah, I'm normally assigned as weapons. I would take weapons.
Okay.
So all right, let's switch around then.
Server group revoked. Server group assigned.
That's the wrong one.
Server
So
group
De La
revoked.
Fosse, do you want engineering or do you want to stay on SciComm fighter?
SciComm fighter. Is
Server
that a
group
choice?
assigned.
SciComm is a wonderful station that I will hold for as long as you let me.
I mean, Lieutenant Junior De La Fosse is assigned as the science officer of the TSN Saber, so.
Scorpion 2 Saber.
Scorpion, this is Saber. Go ahead.
Scorpion is ready to stab and poison all of our enemies.
In that order?
It'd be a little weird to do it in a different
Scorpion, quick query from one of my crew, because they're quite pedantic with this. They said, was it in that order?
Sabres, Horizon?
The answer to that question is that it is entirely circumstantial.
There you go, Tetra.
Thank you.
Roger that. Horizon, go ahead.
We are ready to deplete the Grant.
Defeat or deplete?
Deplete.
Saber and Horizon. Well, the grant has been restocked. Please do not deploy all ordnance that it has. We still have the
Okay,
Caltrans
we'll
to
leave
deal
one
with.
nuke as a memento.
Maybe that can be
Yeah,
our
see,
time
that's the point.
capsule.
There wouldn't be any Caltrons to deal with after that.
All stations report in when ready. Helm is weapons ready.
Helm is ready.
Engineer ready.
Second fighter ready.
Ship has probably been ready for a while and is all yours, Captain.
Fine.
I forgot my water bottle at the water refill station.
Right, so our ship's ready, all the other ships are ready. Mission objectives have been updated.
Say again?
Mission objectives have not been updated.
I think it's go meet the neighbors and kill them.
Yeah, something like that.
Command, we're looking for the mission objectives being updated on the communication systems, external communication systems.
I think our ships are reported ready, so we're ready to deploy once that's done.
Rainbow's highlighting stuff in the document.
Should we be worried? Hey, are we assuming that the Caltron aren't involved in making the time thing happen?
We assume that they are.
We're assuming no
good.
such. Yeah, it is not very likely that they aren't.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. For some reason, I have 0 sound on one of my clients.
Sadness.
During online.
Psychom Eng.
Got sensor boost.
Thank you.
This is CIC to core flight.
Go ahead.
For flight, as a reminder, we are currently in Euphini 5. Our goal is to head to Euphini 20, where we know is the Otani stronghold. But please exert caution on your way there.
Okay, weapons, begin exerting caution.
Are we trying to do this stealthily?
I am expecting somebody to start saying caution, caution. Repeatedly.
Caution, caution. Sleep.
Okay, we're in 5. We need to go to 20. Let's go to heading 180. All ships close formation with TSN Saber.
180.
Alright, warp 1.
Warp 1.
Warp 1 boosted.
Screen.
Sir suggests transition through Bravo. Or sorry, wait, hold on. Through Echo 2, sorry.
Yeah. So we're in Yufini, but it's in the past, so the locations of stations and stuff are like those stations are probably not gonna be there if you see them on the map.
Yeah, but the asteroid ahead is still there.
The nebulas?
nebulas are still there.
Well, I guess over 7,000 years they could have shifted slightly, but on a cosmic scale, it's not that much time. It's probably more or less accurate.
So if we go through Echo 2, we'll have a nebula arc that'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
us most of the way across that.
I'm not saying you're doing things wrong. I'm just trying to inform you.
No, yeah, that much I figured out when there wasn't Danae in Sector 7.
Yeah, figures.
Transition.
Oh, it occurs to me now, Blurry, the last mission must have been really hard for you.
They let me
Captain,
do one
keep
shuttle
heading.
one.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Pardon?
Keep heading?
Yep.
Or should we wait?
Suggestion science?
I suggest Echo 3.
Alright, continue on heading.
And I suggest that we then make any transition except Echo 1.
Aye.
It's too quiet.
Right.
That's long range transports for you.
This is why we need elevator music on the bridge.
I would like
Or
to report
elevators.
that Lieutenant Merlin is on station.
Hello, Lieutenant Merlin.
I'm gonna start pulling rabbits out of hats again.
I was a kitten, not a rabbit. You do know the difference, do you?
No. They all have ears, don't they?
They do.
They have fur.
Yeah.
Eyes.
Xavier.
I think Xavier never was on Earth, or I
If
think
you-
he's not human.
Xavier
so
flunked
cut him some
biology
slack.
during
If you-
the academy.
If you put them in zero gravity with no oxygen, they die.
Yeah, that also applies to you, though.
I don't have fur
Are you
I'm
sure?
throwing shade at
or long ears.
Is this worthy of a test?
Except, so
we can definitely test it. Round up the cats. Let's put them in 0G with no oxygen. Right, hold position.
Ooh, context.
Oh, we have commissioned EVA suits for all cats for safety reasons.
Got your
Yes, but we don't have to
Yeah,
fill
we've
the
got a
EVA
mining
suits with
base.
oxygen. Oh, we could fill them with oxygen. Pure oxygen.
And Natani frigates.
To the alien vessels approaching the Natani fleet, identify yourself. State your business in our space.
Who is calling that?
Natani's called.
Yeah, but like they didn't say that.
It was implied.
I suppose.
I think they said Natani space.
They did.
True.
Should we respond?
Natani vessels, this is the TSN Saber Foresight Division.
I will not repeat myself. Identify yourself and state your business in our space.
We have come to make contact in this area. We found ourselves in this space due to some strange anomaly. We have been combating the Caltrons in this area that seem to be causing much disruption.
According to our sensors, you have captured one of our stations, and you even set up mining drills in our space in clear violation of the Anti-Piracy Act of Natani Prime Central Government. Therefore, I hereby place you and your fleet under arrest. Prepare to be boarded or destroyed. You have 60 seconds to comply.
Natani vessels, we will not be able to allow you to board our vessels. The station that we encountered was abandoned, and in order to establish what was going on here, we moved in to re-establish and find out any information that we could for intelligence purposes. The mining operations were conducted due to a supply issue that we had.
You steal our station, you steal our resources. What will you do next? Steal our ships?
No, ours are way superior.
Not a bad idea.
We don't need inferior ships, Natani. So you can hold on to your ships, don't worry.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Note to self, never put Savior as diplomat.
I flunked that
Sergeant,
class
he's
as well.
not part of the diplomatic corps.
We do not intend to occupy the base for any period of time longer than we need to. We can discuss relocation if required.
This is CIC to Fort Flight.
Go ahead, Commander.
Wait.
Fort Flight, we're receiving a distress call from Sector 20. I'm passing it through at the moment. To all Euphini vessels, the Caltrons are making a push across all sectors. Affected sectors are Sector 14, Sector 15, Sector 17, Sector 18, Sector 19, and Sector 20. All vessels are to focus on defending from the Caltrons. All other targets are secondary.
We're about to have friends.
Natani vessels, this is the TSN Flight Division.
Go ahead.
It would seem that we have a common enemy. We are willing to assist with the defense of the area if you would agree a truce and further negotiation.
You are lucky today, TSN. Our sensors read that you are heavily equipped for combat, and we would require your assistance against the Caltron. If you care to support us in our defense, we can forgive your acts and consider it as a payment for your service here.
They're cheap.
Hey, works for us. Report flagging blue.
We have friends.
Just like an episode of Star Trek, all I need now is a beautiful alien female.
Oh yeah, of course.
Tetra, we're gonna have to get you some makeup.
No, get one of the cats.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
I see a server crash.
Dude, oh, okay.
Oh, fun.
I've always wanted to press the red alert button.
I mean, they do that all the time in Star Trek, so.
Permission, sir.
Just to go through it, Delafos, there were 3 qualifying criteria to that.
The first of those is that Xavier's not aboard to hear it.
What? No, the beautiful alien female. There were 3 qualifying criteria.
Tetra, I think he calls you ugly.
I thought he was referencing.
I said nothing.
CIC to Fort Flight, I'm reading a large Caltron fleet approaching.
Suggest we get away from
Do we
the
know
edge.
the direction?
I suggest you move further away from Tetra. Delafos,
It appears to be
before
coming from the 1 line as well
before
as
you get
the
a
Echo
right
line.
clout.
Oh, good.
Echo 1 line, confirmed.
Hound direction 180. Let's go to warp 2.
Lima 9-1's probably
Got
going to be
maneuver?
their target.
You got speed.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Tiny vessels were detecting Caltron signatures coming from the Echo line. We are going to move towards that direction to engage with those hostiles.
Power scan.
Yeah. See, Xavier, you are assuming that I care about my experience. My appearance, sorry.
You don't care about the experience.
Again, there were
when
3
Xavier's-
qualifying criteria.
Scorpion, move into grid Echo 2. Horizon, move into grid Echo 5.
And we're going to engage the Delta.
Confirming Echo 5.
Getting secondary scans.
What's the order?
Delta 3.
Delta
Throw
3A.
insults at them as well.
That's as
Nice,
much
they're
scanning
insulting.
as you get.
I
Any
don't care
specific
about my
targets?
experience. I wouldn't be flying with Xavier otherwise.
True.
Your experience? What? What?
You heard me.
I'm.
You got
What?
beams.
In
Switch
manual.
to. Oh, you're already through their shields. Just toast them. Switch to Alpha Alpha Delta 50.
Alpha set.
Beams.
Pew pew pew.
Looks like a
I
double.
think we can save our torpedoes for this one.
Keep Alpha Alpha.
Alpha set.
Beams.
Pew pew.
Getting
pew.
scans on Alpha.
Horizon, this is Saber.
Go ahead.
Will your pillars handle that? Sorry, will your torpedoes handle them?
Well, we've got a swarm over here. We could probably use either
Pillar
heavies
swarm?
or assistance.
Roger that, moving in now.
Helm direction is 111.
Caltron Century Alpha 2.
We'll have to leave them to Tiny for those. We've got a swarm. Delta 55 primary target.
Alright.
Can you target weapon systems on the
On it.
Caltrons? Can we
Yeah, you
identify
We've got
them?
damage to beams.
Roger that. Boost power to compensate for the damage.
Shields down.
Bravo, bravo.
We
Bravo
have no
set.
front shields. We have no front shields.
Evasive maneuvers. Switch to attack pattern Omega 1. Let's focus on the primaries with using our torpedoes. Delta 19 is a primary. Delta 02 is a primary.
Green
Delta
hits
33 is a primary.
None of them in range.
Let's move into range,
Oh.
Helm.
Yes.
Just don't let them hit our front.
Not attempting to. Are tubes damaged?
No, teams are... We've lost 2 dam comms. All my dam comms are in the front right now.
Can you boost tubes?
Tubes are already boosted.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks.
Rear shields on 02 are down.
Tubes are 50% damaged. That's why you don't see it.
Yep.
We'll load an EMP in the tube ready for Delta 55.
EMP loading.
Horizon, this is Saber. We're going to hit Delta 55 with an EMP first.
Helm, let's move for Delta 55. Weapons
Saber,
fire
were
EMP.
you asking or were
EMP
you
ready.
informing?
We are informing.
Copy that.
Sir, should
Can
I
you draw away
EMP,
the swarm?
Affirmative.
Yeah, I see the forward.
Right, switch to torpedoes on them.
Final
good
torpedo
hit?
going
Shields down to 175.
Roger that.
If we
Torpedo
don't-
dry.
Roger that. Load one mine.
Mine loading.
Horizon, formation, Sigma, formation, Sigma.
Rear shields down to 140.
All right,
Mine
let's
ready.
do
All weight
Echo
damage
1.
only.
On
Copy
the
that, Saber. We're going to round these up and try and drag them over the swarm.
Roger.
You want the mine on Delta 55 or the fighters?
That's 5-5.
Alright.
Scorpion,
Waiting on.
Scorpion, move to support the Tana in grid Delta 1.
Acknowledge. Takes to Delta 1.
I can't take them to Delta 1.
I guess it was like Helm, but we didn't say Helm.
Are we ready on the Echo?
Ready, standing by.
We are. Should we wait until Horizon drag the fighter over?
We're going to have to now.
What is Horizon doing?
Dragging the
No
fighters
idea.
over the big guys so we can mine them all at once.
Ah.
Engage.
Horizon, we're making our run.
This
Oh,
should be
Boost
good.
shields. Dropping on your command.
brace.
Drop.
Rear shields down. Rear
Right,
shields down.
rear shields are weak. Let's move on. Let's move and engage.
Switch to Alpha Alpha.
Copy.
Alpha set.
All right, let's hit them as hard as we can.
All the beams.
On manual.
They're down. Toast them.
Toasting.
All right.
We kill
Good
Steel
fuel
Horizon.
collection. Horizon, what's your status looking like?
We are green.
Roger that. Move to Delta 1. Support the Scorpion.
Affirmative.
What's in fuel collection? Let's get torpedoes restocked and shields repaired.
If possible, power sense.
I need to cool it off.
Scorpion
Understood.
Horizon's going to move to your position.
Isn't it tiny of a base here?
Yes, they do, and that is Delta.
This is Captain
Two.
Donovan aboard the
Lehman,
TSN Lancer to broadcasting to any receiving ships in range. We are engaging enemies at the station.
Oh no.
My home ship?
Roger that, TSN Lancer.
He's crewing it alone.
The
We're
tiny
actually-
vessels, this is TSN Sabre, 4th Flight Division.
Go ahead.
Our
Weapons
base of operations is currently under attack from Caltrons. We'll support here as long as possible, but we may have to pull back to support our own operation.
Understood.
All right. Helm, let's come to direction 314. Go to warp 2. Foxtrot 57 is our primary.
314.
TSN Lancer, this is 4th Flight. TSN Lancer, this is TSN Sabre.
Oh no.
Saber, this is Lancer. Go ahead.
Ah, good.
What's the situation looking like around the base? Can you hold them off for the time being?
We have things under control, but that may change as our ordnance becomes dry.
Roger that.
They have the ground.
Buy as much time as you can. We'll join you when we are able to.
Go ahead, Scorpion.
Foxtrot 57. Let's move to engage. Attack pattern is Delta 3.
Delta 3, we have recovered 2 torpedoes.
Alpha Alpha.
Alpha set.
All the beams.
Shooting.
They're down. Get 'em.
Boosting. Boosting in progress. Dead.
All right, let's continue on Foxtrot group. Focus on tertiary Foxtrot 22.
Foxtrot 22.
Switch to Bravo Bravo.
Bravo set.
Warning, front shield's low.
Evasive maneuvers.
Warning, front shield's gone.
Drag them 270.
Damn calm casualties.
There's a
270.
7 area there.
Bypassing Gulf.
Yeah, I want to drag them away from Gulf if we can.
Nothing too terrible in Gulf Group.
Getting some distance into
Load up
FCS.
EMP and nuke. We'll try and hit Gulf 09.
EMP loading.
Scorpion,
Zero,
Scorpion, this is Sabre.
Go ahead, Sabre.
Scorpion, you able to join us up in grid Bravo 1, Bravo 2?
We can do that. We're Energy Amber.
Roger that. Horizon, we're going to try and get a nuke on Gulf Group.
Let's do a firing pass on Gulf group. Gather them up a little bit.
Gotcha.
Copy. Brace.
Gulf 09 will be the primary target.
Warning, we
EMP
have no front
nuke.
shields.
Let's go. Scan. Scorpion formation is Lambda Heavy. Lambda Heavy.
EMP nuke.
I'm the heavy eye.
Good kills. Gulf 4-3, no rear shields.
Roger that.
Continue formation Lambda.
All right. Let's get that torpedo out if you can. Put us in a fuel collection if possible and replenish some of those torpedoes.
Warning,
Aye.
Foxtrot
Scorpion to
12
Saber, did you
unaffected.
say continue Lambda formation?
Yeah, we'll continue in just standard Lambda.
Acknowledged.
FCS here. You're still locked at weapons.
Copy. Are we also in sufficient range?
I think we should be.
Petra, can you take command?
Yes.
TSN Scorpion, take command temporarily.
Acknowledged.
Oh, we still have shields up. That's why we don't get FCS.
Jeez, yeah, okay, that was for nothing. It's kind of too late now. My bad, sorry. Where'd the rest of the fleet go? They handled it. Right, Scorpion's in fleet command, so FCS for as long as possible.
Ship is repaired.
Their
Charging
ships
front
for you.
shields.
Saber Scorpion.
CIC did not call for flight.
Saber Scorpion.
Yeah, so I responded to you by talking to CIC because I forgot you're now on the Saber. Go ahead, Saber.
We are awaiting your orders.
If you are combat ready, join us in deterring this fleet from doing any more damage to the Unitani. You have
Energy still low.
Mike Group.
Copy that. We will take a little bit more time to recharge and then join you.
Tetra, be advised, Mike 85 swarm.
Mike 85. That's down there. Okay, thanks. Like the Natani are handling Lima and Scorpion is...
Does CIC uniform flight?
Scorpion to CIC.
All right, bring us down
For
there.
flight, the Natani have communicated with us that they had to leave sector. Apparently, sector 17 is being badly attacked by the Caltron forces, and they had to divert forces. They are requesting that we clear this sector for them.
Which one's the swarm?
Excellent. Could
Mike
you ask
85.
them to put out an energy tether for us,
Can't
please?
see them.
Lima-91.
Delta 2 on
I'm
this
sure
one.
they will comply, considering that we are defending
Switch
it.
to Charlie, Charlie.
Charlie set.
All right, I have returned.
I would also like to remind you that the grant is available, although it might be difficult as Sector 5 is under attack.
Okay, I've got command.
Yeah,
we were going to ask for the grant, but they seem to be nowhere in sight and unlikely to get to us anytime soon.
TSN Scorpion, this is Saber.
Mike
Go
02,
ahead,
Echo,
Saber.
Echo.
I have command again.
Turning over command back to you.
Roger. Horizon report.
Rear shields are down, toast them.
Okay.
Toasting.
Let's see. Current action was against Mike Group, correct?
Anders, Tetra, were you assigning it Hunt player AI? Appears to be working a little weird.
Good kill. Suggest tactical retreat.
Evasive maneuvers.
Channel commanders, yeah, I was using the Hunt player AI.
All right, do we have mines?
We
Thank you.
do have 3 of them.
All right, let's go with an Echo 2 on Mike Group.
Clearing tubes.
TSN Lancer, this is TSN Saber.
Loading mines.
Scorpion to Saber. Lancer is not deployed.
Heard it.
This is CIC to 4 flight. Lancer is currently occupied with combat, but they did relay that they had the situation under control, and that Sector 5 should be clear at any moment now.
Roger that, just checking in, thank you.
That's all the torpedo boost you get.
Okay, let's go
have
in.
mines.
How about
Do an Echo 2 maneuver.
engaging?
Xavier, I'm not sure if you saw, but Mike 85 is a swarm.
That's fine.
Drop.
I want to thin out
Drop.
the
We have no
general.
front shields.
We are out.
Perfect. Right. Okay.
Good.
Right.
Good
Engage
mines.
hotel group. Lead them direction 000. Scorpion Horizon. Focus on clearing out the Mike group as best you can.
Suggest launching a homing for provoking.
Yep. Let's do it. Attack pattern
Loading.
is a mega one.
Acknowledged.
Oh, I can tell Dancer wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Or maybe the message only came through to the server. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And then demote him later.
I was expecting some sort of hook there. We've got the retention.
Good.
Yes.
All right, continue firing homing torpedoes while we recharge our shields.
All right, loading homings.
Helm, if possible, puts in a fuel collection so we can get some energy back up.
We are. It won't
This
last
time I
very
didn't
long.
forget to
Sir,
lower
looks like we've
shields.
been granted a docking port.
It seems.
Roger that. We are more useful in this position in fuel collection, I think.
For now.
Horizon is
Their
just sat there,
shields are down.
literally
Aware.
docking, getting energy, converting all torpedoes,
Whoa.
and then firing them.
We just got hit.
So we did.
Damage to warp.
What hit us?
Well, the
launching
Caltron did.
I thought we were too far from Hotel 39 for them to be able to.
They have
Apparently not.
quite long beam ranges.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are only primaries, so they should be easy enough to take out. Golf Scoops is now closing on our position.
One primary takes 3 torpedoes to take out. I can only take. This was the last torpedo I had, so we're not.
It's hard about engage Hotel 39 with primary beams.
On the bright
How
side,
about-
I
their
wanna try
front
and do
shields
it
are down
before
and you
Golf
took
get
out
on
their
us.
warp.
This should be quick.
Preferably before Golf 28 gets to us.
Energy 50%. No batteries.
Toast them, they're pretty much dead.
We do
On it.
Hotel 20 as well.
Good kill.
Spike
Switch-
the
oh,
beams.
Their front shields are down, just test them.
All right, and then we'll go to November
Beams are
87, direction 145.
This really isn't the Lancer. All right, they're dead.
Go.
Let's get out of here.
145.
November 87, standing by for dock.
Horizon move to begin engaging Golf Group.
Knocks up November 87.
Normalizing everything.
Scorpion, if you're combat capable, move to engage Golf Group once you finish that one.
Docked.
All right, let's get some
Cooling systems off.
bits and pieces repaired here.
Stopped off. We're not
Acknowledged.
receiving ordnance.
Mm-hmm. We've got full torpedoes.
So we do.
All right. Let's move out. We'll engage Golf Group. All ships formation is Charlie on Golf Group.
Special attention to Golf 28. It's a Cenary.
Nope. How about?
We're engaging Golf 28.
Switch to Charlie, Charlie.
Charlie set.
Beams are spiked. All the beams.
All
Their
the beams.
primary beams are down. Good
All
hit.
3 of them.
Don't let them get away.
Their beam.
All
their primary
three
beams
of
are out.
them. It's a triple ram beam on front of this ship.
Yeah.
You got their impulse, dude. Nice.
They're dead in the water.
Not quite. Their rear shields are still up.
Well, but they're not moving. That's what I mean.
No. Well, they had warps though. Oh, they're dead in the water. Get them. Ooh, incoming.
Tiny vessels, this is Foresight Division.
Go ahead.
We are not seeing any more Caltrons in this area. It would look like They have been eliminated. Our area of main operations is also secure, according to the reports from one of our other ships.
Yes, we were waiting for our commander to arrive, and here he is. This is Romeo 3-1 to TSN Saber.
Romeo 3-1, go ahead.
TSN Saber, I am Commander Shiwak of the Natani Prime Defense Force. I would like to thank you for your defense of our sector.
That's confirmed. We're going to be retreating to our previous area of operations so that we can take stock of the situation of our ships.
I would like to invite you, if you would like, to Sector 20. I'm sure our president would like to thank you personally for your help here.
We are in Sector 20, aren't we?
We are.
We are in Sector 15.
Yeah, we didn't make it all the way there yet.
If you...
Oh, we're in Sector 15. If you allow us to...
have some kind of facility to assess our battle damage and enact some repairs, we'd be more than happy to join you.
The Natani Prime Central Government could pay for any expenses in your repairs if you would like.
That sounds good.
And Pop-Tarts.
Roger, we will follow you to Sector 20.
Be advised, current president name is Ajut. Ajut? I'm not really sure. It's A-G-U-T.
Not good.
I don't know how Natani language works, so I
Very
guess it's as good as
well,
yours.
TSN Saber, please follow me.
Sorry, I misspelled it. A-J-U-T.
All ships form up on Romeo 3-1.
I'll take us towards Romeo 3-1. Take us to close formation.
Normalized.
Really?
Propulsion normalized.
That red alert button is right there.
Do it, do it.
Blurry is a bad influence on our Zycom's officer, I think.
Ah, so relaxing.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. Energy 94%.
What are we targeting?
I'm just, taking a good look at the ship.
Which ship?
Engineering, can you drop warp to 50%?
Dropping warp 50%.
Apparently, the Natani captain is well educated and bombastic.
A little bit more, 40%.
How about this? You're at 35. 30%.
Eh.
I do apologize.
That works.
Romeo
Thank you.
3-1 is very slow.
Channel commanders, we are
So
shuttling them as
Tetra,
fast as we can.
I've got an engineering team that refuses to go where I tell it to. What do I do?
Toggle auto.
Pay.
Channel commanders,
Get to
the
pay?
plus 0.6 button is your friend.
Yes, and I
Give
have
them
pressed it
biscuits
about 12
if they do a
thousand
good
times.
job.
I'd leave a trail of Pop-Tarts, but no, they're still not moving.
Channel commanders, should we just end it here?
Waffles?
So we have time for...
Toggle auto damn cons.
Well, then you would miss
I
the
did.
wonderful debrief I have prepared.
Oh, hello, Mines.
What's
This
going
is new.
on?
Ooh, what the heck is that?
A defensive position, I would say.
And an
This looks like the
unknown
Natani.
Are those
planet.
This is
mines?
Natani Prime to TSN Saber and Company.
And Natani Prime, this is TSN Saber 4th Flight Division.
I am President Ajut of the Natani Prime Central Government. On behalf of the Prime Central Government, I thank you for your support in the defense of our settlement. We Natani are normally friendly, but with the current war that we do call the nomadic war, we are less inclined to form friendships with strangers. Therefore, to rectify the situation, I would like to invite you, Fleet Captain Xavier, to meet with me and my top generals for a few refreshments. Perhaps we could even discuss a temporary alliance to oppose our common enemy, the Caltrons. For now, I invite you to dock at our stations for refuelment. I look forward to meeting with you, Fleet Captain. Euphini Prime out. Commanders, Tetra, can you please not highlight? It was really hard to read.
Docking ring and Charlie 2.
I'm sorry.
We will move and rendezvous. Fleet Captain to our ships. We will remain cautious, but it looks like we may have made a friend here. Let's move to the November 8-7, hold position there. Have your crews on alert, however, just in case something does occur.
Anyone else really concerned about the fact that there's a planet here that isn't here on our charts?
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, we've had planets that should be here but weren't. And now we have planets that shouldn't be here but are, so...
Horizon's headed for the
doesn't
mines.
bode well.
Yes. Are we sure that Natani food is becoming to humans?
Well,
Or are they
No.
going to poison the fleet captain?
we'll let the medics determine that.
Yeah, that's true.
If the captain dies, Rainbow becomes captain and Tetra becomes XL.
True.
Channel commanders, do we have a break or no? Or are we going to go right into the sim?
The Tetra was already
Inquiring
XL.
minds want to know.
That is up to Fleet Captain Xavier.
Channel commanders, who's running the sim?
Pierce.
Pierce.
Channel commanders, Pierce, how much time do you need for the sim? Pierce? Pierce? Pierce?
Time for a debrief?
Okay.
I'm gonna sign off for the sim, by the way.
All ships, we are going to stand down 5 minutes just while we reorganize crews due to some changes. And Lieutenant Junior Pierce, if you could report to the command and control deck and be prepared to issue the briefing within the next 5 minutes.
I'll also sign off.
Oh, 2.
I have to sign off as well.
3.
Sorry.
Sorry, man. I have to have dinner.
I have to have
I'm
sleep.
sick and I'm so tired by now.
It is midnight, so I feel ya.
There we go.
User
Channel commanders,
disconnected
this
from
is
your
Pierce.
channel.
Good flying, everybody.
Good flying.
Good
Get in
flying.
line, guys.
All right. See you next time.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay, so there's one.
Channel commanders, that really depends
User
on whether
disconnected
or
from
not
your
we are
channel.
wearing. Depends.
Disconnected.
Disconnected. Well, goodbye, my lovely viewers. See you perhaps next week. Oh dear, was there something? Oh no, it's viewed. Not showing anymore. All good. Anyway, good time of day. Have a good weekend. Oh god, I'm so tired. Good night.